from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH, C-A-S-H, CASH. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day, and we do have a big program for you set up this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb does that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's What'd You Do That's New. We'll go over Brutta Matt's choice of the 10 things about Hawaii you probably didn't know, which was very interesting, by the way. 5 o'clock hour, it's trivia, tons and tons. One of the best Jackie Sacks we've had all year long.
Oh, yeah.
Stacked with cool prizes, from concert tickets to Disney shows, Science Center tickets, taste tickets. So much fun. And we'll end it up with Ross Thoughts. It's Only Money with Scott Brown, and you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks, plus 4 opportunities to win $1,000 all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts. Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien, Ross Padgett.
Smoke them if you got them.
407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook, at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show. All day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. Your 3 o'clock keyword is CASH, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Cash, guys, that is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of a dry spell.
We have a bit of a dry spell happening right now. Speaking of dry spell, how you doing, Ross?
Oh, man. I'm so dry.
Let me tell you something, dude. This guy, can I ask, do you eat at home on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Or do you roll the radio dice showing up hoping there's food? When I opened the door today, it was like finding a polar bear on a piece of ice that had floated way out into the ocean. No food. He looked gaunt. And then he walks in and he smells the food and he runs to the kitchen.
I throw down Masters Sunday 2009 Tiger Fist Pump. It's all true. I was so excited to see food here, and you are correct. Recently, and by recently, I mean every time I've been back since on Tuesdays.
Dude, you come in here starving, dog.
I always come in hungry because we always record Good Sauce.
Right.
It's a long day for you.
So we always record Good Sauce with Ross and Joel on Tuesday mornings. So I'm pumped. I'm primed. I'm ready.
Very nice.
You can see, you guys are on the front 9. I'm already on hole 15.
Gotcha. I understand completely now. Thanks for the analogy.
Now, with that said, some forethought would go a long way. I agree.
You think it would? It would have a ton of value?
I've been running off of a Cliff Bar. I
Very
had a
nice.
Cliff Bar, but if you guys didn't have food here today, I was just going to power right through it.
But you get the best part of the tune-up.
Yeah. From now on, we have to plan our feedings for primarily Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Would you guys do that for me? Because
No,
all right.
no, stop.
I'm already doing it, dude.
Yeah. And by the way, speaking of eating, the guys over at Wine Bar George sent over some incredible food today. Of course, we're celebrating Taste coming up this Saturday night.
That's what I'm eating right now on the breaks.
Orlando World Marriott. Go to tastecfl.org. They brought over some BLTs, meatball subs, and chicken salad sandwiches. And if you haven't been to
So
George's
good.
Wine Bar, not only is George Moyotis is one of the best, I think the premier sommelier in Florida. I know he's one of the few that are in the U.S., internationally recognized as one of the best palates for wine. He's got a place out there at Disney Springs, pretty darn good. I've been out there a number of times. I like the Iberica ham and the tomato bread, along with a nice glass of Pinot. That's very nice.
All right, dude. That guy would have gotten off the Titanic. That guy gets off the Titanic, how he said that.
But if you ever get a chance to do that, but we are celebrating Taste this week. Coming up Saturday, 70 of the best restaurants in the city offering bites and drinks. And again, get your tickets at tastecfl.org. Yes, up.
I am new to the chicken salad sandwich. I'm in my new era.
Oh,
And
I
really,
love that.
Dare I say, I think it's a chicken salad summer.
Oh, really?
I think it's a tuna salad, egg salad summer. I've been seeing more and more of these little salad between white bread sandwiches.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that. My wife actually just bought a roaster chicken from Publix, the ones you get back there, tore that apart, made a chicken salad out of it, and she ate that literally for 3 days last week for lunch.
If I could buy stock in all these salad-based sandwiches, I would have.
Well, oddly enough, do you realize in Orlando there is a vendor who owns like it's what do they call it? Fast cash, where you go in and sit down?
Yeah.
And it's called Chicken Salad Chick.
Yeah, I know about chicken salad chick.
Chicken Salad Chick is pretty darn good. There's one out in Oviedo that my wife and I used to go to all the time because you get a soup, salad, and a sandwich, the classic American lunch.
Now,
for like maybe $13, $14, absolutely delicious.
Just want to help clarify something. That is not the determining factor of fast cash if you can go in and sit down.
Oh, it isn't?
No, that's every restaurant ever. The determining factor is when you got that
No service.
Ford, T-Mobile, what was it called? What was the first Ford car? You're going to let me struggle?
The Model T.
The Model T. I almost called it T-Mobile.
Yeah.
But
Killing it.
when you have a fast cash restaurant and you have the assembly line,
Oh, yeah.
like they had for the Model T,
Yeah, like for your Chipotle's and whatnot.
that's a fast cash determining factor for me.
Did not know that. I thought fast cash was you went in, but there's no table service. You get your food and you go and sit down. That's fast cash, I think.
I mean, that also checks out.
Okay.
That's different than being able to just sit down. I think, no servers. Got to have no servers if you're fast cash.
Well, there's servers, but like you order at the counter, sit down. That's different than someone coming to the table to take your order.
Yeah, 100%.
When the interaction has the same beats of getting an oil change, you walk up, get the food, and then you kind of wait in the waiting room, and then they come out, drop it off.
Mm-hmm. People in the texting service are wondering why we are the only live show today. I think the Monsters did 3 hours this morning.
They were live until 10.
Yeah.
And that's when they needed to be reprimanded.
Yeah.
And we'll just see what happens tomorrow.
News junkie today because they are all hammered today.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it in. That's a normal Tuesday thing for those guys.
Completely drunk.
Or we had our big tune-up meeting today, which I'm sure you'll hear about all day tomorrow from all the other shows. It's just basically where we kind of go over the health of the station and determine some good ideas that we may employ, and that's it. It's something we do every year, and it's long. A good one this year, I thought.
Yeah, bottom line, no one was fired today.
We'll find out more about that next week.
Hey, Ross, how you doing?
So good to see you, buddy.
I'm like over there in the corner, like, I can tell you a thing.
Hey, let me ask you. We always, and I think we talked about this before. Jack, you have a fireplace or no?
I do not.
Deb does because we've heard about the bats in yours, right? You had bats.
No, that was my mom's
your
that
mom's,
had
right.
the bats. Yeah,
And,
ours was just pulling down our house.
Gotcha. You have a fireplace.
I do. I canceled it, though.
Oh, so yours does not work.
He put a TV in it.
I put a TV in my fireplace.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Growing up, I wanted two things in my home: a built-in pool and a fireplace.
Sure. Yeah. That's when I look for houses now. The two things I ask for is a pool and a fireplace.
Don't have either.
Yeah. I don't either.
My life's a failure.
I got one fireplace.
That's tough. Here in Florida, pool and a fireplace.
Yeah,
you got the yin and the yang.
One thing you really need, the other one,
One thing you got like 2 weeks out of a year.
Hey, can I get something that'll increase the value of my home by $20,000 that I'll use 3 times all year? Okay, I'll take 2 of those.
I'm still convinced I'd use it more.
You would not.
Well,
I've
the
had
pool over the fireplace.
Yeah, can I tell you something? You think you're going to use it? The one we built in Geneva.
You just don't.
Loved it. And the guy who built the pool pissed me off because we got the hot tub that comes in it with all the thing. And I said, oh, yeah, we got the gas tank and the whole 9 yards. I'm like, this is going to be great. He looks at me and I said, well, what size tank should we get, for the gas? I said, he goes like a 50-gallon. I'm like, 50 gallons? I said, we're going to be in this thing all the time. I think I need something bigger than that. He goes, look, I'll sell you something bigger if you want. I got no problem with that. But 9 out of 10 people who build one of these pools with a hot tub will use the hot tub like crazy for the first 4 months, and then they will cook shrimp in it for the rest of its life. Like, legit, nobody goes in it, and that's exactly what happened. We literally did never go in. We went in a pool for the first maybe 3 months and then never went in again.
Why do you think that is?
Just it's so unique to what it's a novelty. If you don't have kids, to go out and kind of hang out by the pool, we'd do it for a couple hours, like every once in a while, but certainly not worth the cost of building the damn thing, which was a lot.
I mean, I think the whole point of getting a pool is because it's totally badass. You didn't buy a pool because you're like, I'm going to get into swimming.
No, I did not. Right? I'm not going to go lap. yeah, I didn't do that. But I mean, it does obviously increase the value of the home. That was the number one reason we did it, because it's weird to have a home that big on that piece of property with no pool in Florida.
Out there.
Yeah, we were out there.
You were out there.
Yeah. And you haven't been in the new place.
No.
Yeah, it's out there too. But it also has no pool.
So what are you thinking? Are we going to lie to ourselves again? Hey, the Olympics are right around the corner.
No.
The dream is still alive.
No, that ain't happening. But I do have birds in my chimney, and they're going crazy. I played the sound for the guys yesterday. I have an infestation of chimney swifts. You know what a swift is? It's not a swifty. It's a bird, and they roost up. And so now all of these, Jack, did you have the thing for me? All of these birds roost up in your, and so now I've got an issue, right? So now I know the birds are going to leave, and I forgot to tell you guys this yesterday. Are there chimney cleaning businesses in this state? There have to be, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there have to be.
They're usually like musically based, whimsical. They're awesome.
But they have to be super expensive,
Dick Van Dyke is still doing it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've been told now, as I'm reading that, when these chimney swifts wind up leaving my chimney, and they will, that it's important to go in and clean that out because of all the stuff that the chicks will leave in your chimney. It could be a hazard.
Here's the audio of your birds.
Jack, nobody likes you. It's been that way for a while. You son of a bitch.
How many birds are we talking? Baker's dozen?
I'm trying to find. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to find it real quick. Hold on. Oh, I got it right here. Hold on. Okay, let me hear this. These are the birds that are perpetually.
Have you named them?
No, there's no reason to name them.
Oh, all right.
Here we go.
Thought you had a heart. Like.
No, that's not it. Ooh, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Don't do that.
No.
What is
What
that?
kind of bird is that?
Oh my God, what is that? I got to make sure this is off.
Well, you can't turn off your phone.
No. What is it doing?
Just hit the side button.
What? Okay, hold on.
This is an iPhone.
Jack is doing that. You son of a bitch. You are such a dick. You are such a dick.
You thought that was coming from your phone. We got him, Jack.
You got me good, Jack.
That was great.
Stop it. I thought that was my phone. I'm like, I didn't kill anybody. I promise.
I didn't even mean to get you. I was just filling time for you to find your
Oh
audio.
my God. You played a screaming, dying woman?
And you thought it was coming from
That's
your
how you
phone?
fill time? I'll just play this death on the air. That's all I'll do.
So you thought your phone was just releasing random murder audio?
I was like, I didn't kill anybody. Here he is.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Oh, the birds.
That's in my living room perpetually. That's what it sounds like.
That's in the Amazon.
Yeah, that's exactly what that sounds
That's
like.
Jumanji. That's Robin Williams. He just rolled.
That last one is
Snake eyes.
actually the sound from your living room of the birds in the attic.
And it won't turn off. I need it.
He thought that was his phone. He thought that clean of audio.
I think that's the hardest I've ever seen Bradshaw laugh. You are welcome.
Because you're like smashing your phone.
Oh my God. I don't want to yell.
Obviously.
Here's the thing. I didn't know if I accidentally recorded something at my house. I'm like, I'm not beating my child. What is going on?
That was great.
All right.
Hey, this gets broadcast on YouTube. If
Oh
you
my
want to
God.
see the look of terror on Jim's face.
Oh my God, dude.
You went from like, this is a fun story to protect the license real quick.
We do have a lot to talk about today. Deb, what do you have for news?
We're going to talk about how crews are doing the dirty work of recovering flood victims. A Rubio AI impersonator has contacted foreign ministers. Nothing to see here. And the composer of one of the most iconic TV theme songs has died.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it, 77031. That's how you text us. Don't forget your 3 o'clock keyword is cash. That's CASH. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show, Deb's News, and more of this.
Real Radio is.
The monsters in the morning.
That's just weird.
Like the reason you don't eat cheetahs because they're fast, you can't catch them. But cows, we eat cows.
What?
I'm relating to you guys.
I'm sorry, what?
The monsters in the morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
There's a crash getting cleared up on Florida's Turnpike northbound at US 27, exit 285 there. The right lane's blocked. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways there. Traffic slowing down on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and Osceola Parkway. Westbound on I-4, keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle near Sand Lake Road off to the shoulder there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
Bobby Bones here with some easy trivia. What does the Staples easy button say? That was easy. Boom. I mean, that was easy. You knew that, right? And now you know to press it for prints, shipping, and even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. I see you, Staples. That was easy.
Hey guys, Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. That's right, Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment. Now these guys are offering the best in zero-turn mowers, and that's from Homeowner Professional. They got you covered. Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores every day ready to service and repair your Steel equipment. It's Steel zero-turn mowers, now available at all 11 Tools Ace Harbor locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Life is full of uncertainties, but finding the right lawyer shouldn't be one of them. At TK Law, we believe divorce doesn't have to tear your family apart. Our collaboratively trained attorneys work to help guide you through the process with solutions that protect what matters most: your family, your future, and your peace of mind. With the right guidance, you can move forward with confidence. Find a lawyer that truly cares. Visit onefirmforlife.com to learn more about your options today. TK Law, one firm for life.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about: your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are 2 very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today, 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
Hey, fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
To everyone who believes a good meal can always be made even better, come try our new chicken sandwiches at Culver's.
We've taken our classic chicken sandwich and brought it to the next level. I'm talking bigger, juicier chicken with crispier, crunchier breading. And it's all served on a buttery brioche bun and topped with crisp dill pickles, creamy mayo, and fresh lettuce and tomato. Even better, you can make any sandwich your own with a few extra toppings. Throw on some real Wisconsin cheddar cheese, add thick cut bacon, or both. We'll make it fresh just for you, just the way you like it. Whether you go for crispy, spicy crispy, or grilled chicken, you're sure to enjoy your first bite and every bite after that. So are you ready to try our tasty take on a tried and true classic? We've got a table waiting with your name on it. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like iHeart Comedy. Clips from today's top comedians.
I didn't learn about countries in school. I learned about Tennessee. I learned about the states that touched us in case they attacked.
And the greatest of all time.
So don't even tell me how to get to Sesame Street. Who would want to live in a neighborhood like that? 6-foot pigeons walking around?
Try something different. iHeart Comedy.
Women are gatherers. We like to gather information about you, and then we hunt you.
Open the app and make iHeart Comedy a preset now.
Reese Impact Windows are guaranteed for life and transferable when you sell. ReeseWindows.com.
Tuesdays just got Mo better with Ross Padgett. Presented by JustCallMo.com. You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in today. We appreciate that as we do every single day. I'm Jim. There's Jack.
Hi there.
Ross is here as well.
Happy Prime Day.
And Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. The rescue and recovery effort continues in the Texas Hill Country, where more than 100 people, 109, were killed in 4th of July flooding. A wall of water knocked down trees and homes, creating massive piles of debris.
It's extremely treacherous, time-consuming. It's dirty work, having to go layer by layer, peeling these off
to make those recoveries.
Now, Texas game warden Captain Ben Baker says the work is also taking a toll on the mental health of his crews.
Yeah.
You can imagine. All right, this next story is a little bit of sunshine in all the gloom. It was Petty Officer Scott Ruskin's first mission as a U.S. Coast Guard rescue swimmer. 26-year-old is new to the Coast Guard. He left his previous career as an accountant.
Wow.
Before enlisting, graduating from rescue swimming school around 6 months ago when his team got the call this past Friday morning. How many rescues did Ruskin make that day? Again, it's his first rescue mission as a U.S. Coast Guard rescue swimmer. Some of the most amazing people in uniform, by the way.
I'll go 25.
Jack?
Oh, that's a lot.
30. I'll go 6.
165.
Oh, my God.
This guy rescued 165 campers, carrying most of them to the helicopter to keep them from slipping back into the floodwaters.
165 people.
165, and it was his first mission as a U.S. Coast Guard rescue swimmer.
Well, you're good, buddy. Call it good for a career.
I believe
Cut that guy a check and send him to an island.
But I believe that makes me closest. So I'll take that point.
But a round of applause, right?
Yeah, no joke.
Petty
it was
Officer
just
Scott Ruskin.
Straight up hero there.
But yeah, I did it.
How big is this guy? I would think you're jacked and you're like Shaq. You're the size of Shaq and you're ripped.
No, he's not that big. And again, you know, that would take into account a guy that size getting into an aircraft.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you have to plan for that, for fuel. But I was amazed when I saw that story. All right. Meanwhile, questions are being raised about the impact unfulfilled positions at the National Weather Service offices in Texas might have had on the deadly floods. Veteran South Florida meteorologist John Morales says the warning coordination meteorologist and a hydrologist at the NWS offices near the deadly flash floods were absent during the event.
We do not know if having some of the key management personnel missing because the positions are vacant due to some of the cuts at the National Weather Service. But I am telling you that down the road, I think it's a dangerous practice to not have these people in place.
So the legislative director of the National Weather Service Employees Organization says the NWS had an adequate amount of staff to get out the alerts and warnings to the public. Again, one of the issues we had talked about yesterday was that if folks weren't signed up to receive those alerts or they were visiting to the area, they wouldn't have received them. All right, researchers at Colorado State University are expected to release their updated Atlantic hurricane outlook tomorrow. The initial forecast released April 3rd. That was when CSU called for a slightly above average season, 17 named storms, 9 hurricanes, 4 major. That's similar to NOAA predictions. CSU will issue one more summer outlook on August 6th. And hard to believe, we've already had 3 named storms.
Isn't that crazy?
But the best thing is they've been like so slow-lived, and except for Chantal. Of course, Chantal has been causing a lot of issues up in the Carolinas and Virginia. All right, some of South Florida's finest are answering the call for help in Texas. 7 members of Miami-Dade Fire Rescue's Urban Search and Rescue Task Force 1, including 2 dogs, are on the way to South Central Texas to assist in locating trapped flood victims.
Our hearts go out to the families affected by this horrible disaster, and we're willing to do anything we can to assist them with recovery and getting back to a sense of normalcy.
Battalion Chief Brandon Webb says each disaster is a little different, but he expects to find widespread devastation along the Guadalupe River. He vows the team will do whatever it can to help families with their recovery. Miami's Task Force 2 is sending 2 people who will be embedded with a FEMA Urban Search and Rescue Incident Support Team of 30 individuals. How long do you think we're going to still be hearing about the Texas floods?
Oh, for at least 2 or 3 or 4 months.
At least.
I mean, they're still digging people out. I mean, there's still people missing.
There's still at least, at last I heard, was about 10 little girls that they were still looking for.
The video is harrowing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just harrowing how fast that got. And that's the thing is, it's not that the water came up. I mean, that's avoidable, but it just went from, some of those rivers went to 26 feet.
In 30 minutes.
Cresting in half an hour in the middle of the night.
Right, exactly, like 1 in the morning.
The photo of Camp Mystic.
Oh, man, get out of here.
Is just, it's the juxtaposition of seeing something so happy.
Right.
You know, a camp for kids.
Yeah.
It's innocent, right? And then you have the fact that it's a girls' camp. It makes it even more innocent. Oh, it's so tragic.
It is. And then, like we were saying, Jack, even though they call this, what do they call this, Flash Flood Valley or whatever?
Yeah. Yep.
Camp Mystic had been there for close to 100 years.
Yeah. Yep.
And the last time it flooded was in the 80s. All right, on to another story that's getting a lot of traction because the State Department is investigating incidents involving someone using an AI-generated voice who's been impersonating Secretary of State Marco Rubio to contact U.S. and foreign officials.
Okay.
That's according to multiple reports citing a diplomatic cable. The person contacted 3 foreign ministers and 2 U.S. officials in mid-June via the Signal messaging app. Remember that one? Remember the Signal messaging app?
I do.
Jeez.
And left voicemails for at least 2 of them. The diplomatic cable also shared, quote, that the actor likely aimed to manipulate targeted individuals using AI-generated text and voice messages with the goal of gaining access to information or accounts, end quote.
Wow, balls, man. That's such balls.
A senior State Department official said the department, quote, is aware of this incident and is currently investigating the matter, end quote. All right, the man accused of making a bomb threat on a recent Allegiant flight out of Florida, he's going to have to stay behind bars until his trial.
Which is?
Think about the last time you've heard about that, though.
I can't remember it, actually.
I haven't either, but a judge has denied bond for Taj Taylor. He's like 27 years old because he's considered a flight risk. So Taylor was on an Allegiant Air flight to Virginia when he got into an argument with another passenger and then told that passenger, hey, my laptop is a bomb.
Oh, my God.
Not a wise choice.
What a dummy.
Probably a gateway.
The plane returned to St. Pete Clearwater Airport and law enforcement was called. Taylor's parents have said their son has mental health issues.
That was the joke of the year, by the way.
That really was. Thank you, Ross. That was awesome.
Bring them back, dude. Gateways need to make a comeback. I'm ready.
Get out of here.
Bring back the cow marketing and all of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, back in the day, that was the only
that and
computer.
Dell.
Yeah, exactly. All right, neighbors in Orlando are glad to see something being done about street takeovers. 2 men were arrested after a takeover Friday night in Paramore. FHP says a crowd of people doing stunts, launching fireworks while they're doing donuts, and blocking traffic.
So far, so good. What's wrong with that?
One woman says the noise woke her and her child. She said it was so loud she actually thought it was gunshots. Not only that, FHP hopes the arrests are going to send a message that street takeovers will not be tolerated, and they're also targeting individuals who show up and sell alcohol without a license.
Yeah, that's never good.
Never.
Remember they busted a bunch of people doing that in D.C. during one of the parades or whatever. Dudes just rolled up there with coolers and said, hey, man.
You want a cold one?
Beer's $4. Let's get it.
Troopers are urging people to avoid participating in or promoting street takeovers.
And so am I. I'm urging don't do that. With that said, I'm part of the Fast and Furious generation, and I have always wanted to go to one of these.
Yeah. Let me tell you, you need to go to Orlando Speed World when they do their drifting. Oh, now that's a good time. And one of the drift racers puts you in their car.
No, thanks.
Oh, that's a good time.
I want it.
Oh, we'll go. It's the smell of rubber in your nose. You can't get out of there for like 2 days with all that burning rubber.
Let me take my Dramamine.
SpaceX, Jimmy, you will be happy to know, wrapping up another successful Starlink mission. I'm sure you were out on the front porch just watching it.
Some things never change.
Can I ask you a quick question? Haven't they been launching these since we came on the air in 2018?
Yes.
They literally have they not? So for 5.5, 6 straight years, seemingly every 45 days or so, they're sending a rocket up with yet another 25 or 30 of these satellites. I mean, is there an end in sight?
I don't know, but more than 24 satellites were launched into low Earth orbit this morning from Cape Canaveral Space Station.
They have to be replaced. Some fall out of orbit.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, I think you continually replace them. May 2019 was the first launch.
Wow. But I thought they were only like planning to put up 2,500 of those satellites.
Yeah, I thought it was like 3,500.
And then it grew to like 40,000.
Right, yeah.
We need Wi-Fi on the moon.
Yeah, because people in Senegal need.
Oh, they need YouTube too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
More schools in Florida getting high marks. Governor DeSantis announced yesterday about 200 more schools have received an A or B grades this year compared to last year. That amounts to more than 70% of all graded schools getting A's or B's in the 2024-25 school year.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the number of schools getting a D or an F dropped by almost 50.
Right. And the school that lowers the bar got $100,000 billion.
DeSantis says this is more proof that Florida leads on education. All right. Well, you want to know why you want education and a good team at that?
Why is that?
Surgeons at a Florida hospital say they have performed the first recorded heart and liver transplant without a blood transfusion.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, the old switcheroo.
Dr. Kieran Danny Reddy led the surgical team at Tampa General Hospital. He says they weren't even aware that they were making history.
Maybe it was good that we didn't know it was the first time it was ever done, frankly. That never came up in the conversations that we had as a team.
The patient is a member of the Jehovah's Witnesses faith and refused any procedure involving transfusions. Doctors say he'd been diagnosed with coronary artery and fatty liver disease and waited more than 18 months for a transplant.
Damn, man. That is adhering to your religion.
Where were they for, what is it, Selena?
No.
Wasn't that what happened with Selena? Like, she couldn't get blood transfusions?
I didn't hear about that.
No? Oh, man, I should look that up before I say that.
Yeah, just chime right in.
My bad.
All right, a recent rescue is one lifeguards in Flagler County won't forget anytime soon, as well for anyone who's seen the video. Have you seen the story? You guys see the story?
Nope.
Lifeguards in Flagler Beach on Sunday rescued a deer.
What?
That was caught in the ocean.
Wow.
I'm not paying attention to him for the rest of the day.
No, I want
on my
that
S
as a
list.
drop.
For the rest of the day, he's on my S list.
I want that.
Like, son of a bitch.
Wasn't Selena. Looked it up. Different person. I'm ashamed.
That's her now yelling. She's so mad at you.
The deer was first spotted about 300 yards from shore.
Okay.
And lifeguard Chase Hunter, like who else are you going to send to go rescue a deer out of the water? But Chase Hunter remembers staring at it in disbelief. Lifeguard Leo Peters was thinking the deer would never make it back to dry land. Peters and Hunter, though, put their skills to use and managed to catch the deer even as it tried to get away from them and even as sharks could be seen nearby.
Oh, my God. What a
They're
video
like,
that would have been.
I've heard venison's really good.
If there was a video of a shark attacking a deer, no way I think it's actual. I think that's AI every single day of my life. That's a terrible AI video.
How did the deer get out there?
Yeah. Who knows?
I mean, I've heard of alligators. I mean, I know other animals like to swim in the ocean, but to get that far offshore?
Yeah.
Caught in a riptide?
Possibly.
That happens to us.
Yeah.
Peters tells Wesh, too, he never heard of a deer rescue or even a deer being in the ocean.
Wow.
All right, but that's not all. Police are applauding the use of an aerial drone after tracking down a suspect who tried hiding in a sewer system.
God.
The suspect, 55-year-old Ricardo Diaz, was accused of theft and tried to avoid arrest by hiding in the sewer system. Real-time tracking by the drone led officers and canine units to Diaz, where he was apprehended. He's facing charges including resisting an officer without violence, but no one bothered to cuff him because he smelled like doo-doo.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You get him. No, I'm not getting him.
It would be like this. Be like, you get your own ride to the station.
We're going to drag you behind.
But you better be there.
And then finally, you guys remember this theme song, right?
Oh, yeah. X-Files.
X-Files, yeah. The composer, one of the most iconic TV theme songs, has died. I will not tell you how many times I used to play this in my car on repeat.
Really?
Did you buy the soundtrack?
No, I loved the creepy sound to it.
Oh, okay.
Mark Snow received 6 of his 15 Emmy nominations for his work on The X-Files. Snow also composed music for multiple TV series and TV movies such as Heart to Heart, Blue Bloods, and Something About Amelia, Helter Skelter. Variety reports Snow died on Friday in his Connecticut home. He was 78.
I'll be damned.
And that concludes your JCS News.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is cash, CASH. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Emergency rooms are full. And I'll tell you why next.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting hot and humid conditions. High of around 93 degrees today in Orlando, but feels like temperatures in the low 100s. We'll also see the return of some scattered afternoon showers and storms, some of which could have some gusty winds and heavy downpours. Otherwise, higher chances of rain will exist as we head towards the end of this week and also into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. Financial freedom happens here. Fairwinds Credit Union. Whether you need personal or business accounts to help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit fairwinds.org to join their community of financial freedom seekers today. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Of course, July is the month to celebrate freedom and independence. You want to do that for sure when it comes to your health. You definitely want to celebrate getting over to Life Imaging FLA and getting this free heart scan. I'll tell you why. 1 of 3 people in this country will die of heart disease. And unfortunately, in some of those cases, the very first symptom that you'll see is that sudden death. You'll just drop dead. That's why it's super important to be proactive and not reactive. Don't wait for those symptoms that your heart is going bad. Get into Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan to make sure that everything's fine. And if something isn't fine, the cool thing is you've caught it early. Now you can take that information to your primary care doctor, and you guys can build a plan that'll keep you here for years. So there are no dyes. You don't take off your clothes, no injections. This entire process only takes a few minutes. So don't wait. Do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did, and so many other Central Floridians. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
The devastating Texas floods have impacted countless residents. Families have lost their homes, communities, and lives have been shattered, and children are still missing. The need is urgent. The Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country has launched the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund to support response, relief, and long-term recovery efforts. All donations will go directly to trusted local organizations to provide food, shelter, health care, and hope. Join us today and donate to the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund at communityfoundation.net.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander, or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, Deland and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Hey, fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Mecum Auctions returns to Kissimmee July 9th through 12th with 1,500 vehicles up for auction, including muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, trucks, exotics, hot rods, customs, and more. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Become a bidder and get ready to bring home your dream car. Registration and tickets are available at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Show off your new smile with Solid Bite. The dentists at Solid Bite use the latest techniques and technology to give you the smile you've always dreamed of. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now for an exclusive radio offer at 321-259-8000. Solid Bite, life-changing dentistry.
Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Part of the show, The Jim Colbert Show on Demand, available on the free iHeartRadio app.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. You want to live a talk back? You could do that. Grab that iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio and use that mic to send your comment over while you're there. Please make it your number one preset. That's awesome. We just learned today. A lot of people doing that. We really, really, really like it when you do that.
And it makes it easier on you, too.
Yeah. Absolutely. You open the app, the homepage. We are right there in the top left corner. If you make us number one, you tap it, and boom, there we are.
No cost to you at all. No hassle, no nothing. You just get your content faster.
Free.
Free, baby, free. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here. Sauce Daddy.
That's the Jack Helm screen.
We do have a little bit of breaking news.
Yeah, I want to let folks know that we have some 911 outages, specifically in Lake and Marion counties. So right now they're saying if you need 911 to text, because texting 911 is your only way to reach them right now. Specifically in Lake County, Marion County, some calls are intermittent, but if you text 911, you should get your emergency responded to.
There you go. Yeah, I just saw that on the texting service as well. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how does that... What are they on, like Cricket or Boost Mobile? What? Did they skip a bill?
Somebody didn't pay their bill. That's right. Cash, by the way, is your 3 o'clock keyword. Got a few minutes left to get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Cash, that'll do it.
How do you start a text off to 911?
Help!
All caps?
Send.
yeah.
Send. You do that and then send.
And then emoji? You can drop emojis right now to 911.
Hey, the guy who's mugging you, just take his picture real quick. This guy. Get this guy. I'm at this corner. Get this guy. All right. So across the nation, there has been an increase of ER visits here recently. Anybody want to take a shot at what that could be?
Fireworks.
That's a really good guess.
Yeah.
Actually, when I saw the headline, that's exactly what I thought it would be. That's not it.
Don't say vaping.
It's not vaping.
Yes, don't say vaping.
I'll give you a hint. Ray may have just dealt with this on his vacation. Ray Trenley, our buddy Ray Trenley, who was in there yesterday, TK Law.
The side-by-side?
ATV accidents?
Not ATV accidents. Where was he?
Camping.
He was in the woods.
And what happens?
Ticks.
Ticks is the answer.
Oh.
Dude, so there are a number of things that have caused a tick explosion. Ray was going through it this morning, or yesterday with me in the afternoon. So I guess last year was a mild winter in the areas where ticks really, and so there's also been some water, and I don't know really how all this adds up, but apparently there is no, it's the rain that makes a difference. I mean, it's the rain and the heat and all this stuff.
Because they like warm, moist places, just like where you can find them on your body.
Right. So they are like crazy everywhere right now. And I know that for a fact because out in the woods, out where I lived in Geneva, that would, we would deal with them all the time. Matter of fact, at the beginning of this year, I had a tick bite that did not want to go away. It was not good because we thought the tick left its head in there when we pulled it out. Ew. And man, it was awful.
Only you.
Only me, dude.
Ticks love you, and you don't like them.
Emergency rooms across the country seeing a spike in tick bite cases. And apparently, this is really bad for a certain group of people. Actually, two groups of people. If you're under 10 years old or if you're over 70, it could be a real problem, according to the CDC. The upstate area of New York and Jersey seeing a really, really bad outbreak. But anywhere in the South where it's super hot and warm, like Deb said, ticks just basically sit on grass and wait for something to walk by, deer, whatever, wildlife, they'll get them. And of course, if you're a person, they'll get on you. They'll attach to your clothes. You won't even know it. They will be attached to you. They'll be sucking your blood, and you will have no clue. Most of the time you find them by running your hand or scratching and feeling the bump. That's how you mostly find ticks, or unless you do a tick search.
No, thank you.
Have you had one, Jack?
No.
You've never had a tick on you?
No, but they find like sensitive places, don't they?
I had one in my belly button.
Did you really? I've never heard that.
Yes, going camping and you do the tick check. I was in the bathroom and looked down and there was a tick in my belly button.
That is disgusting.
You are unclean.
Was he locked on?
No, he was
just kind of crawling around?
He just, maybe just fallen on me.
He just moved in. He was knocking on the front door.
Dude, I was hanging photos.
We had one, I had one make it through a shower. Hanging photos. I had one make it through a shower and, got in bed, and my wife was like, what is that? And I was like, a tick crawling across the pillowcase. Yeah, and they're super small, so they're really, really hard to see.
Especially the males. And didn't you say you do have someone in your crew where he had one and they...
Oh, yeah. That was a testes scenario.
Oh,
really?
Oh, yeah, on the back of his sack. It was an old bag sacker.
What? Hanging pictures.
Was the tick still getting blood?
Oh, yeah, it was fat. Oh, yeah, it was like a third one.
I'm just making sure that it was getting blood if that's where it burrowed,
that's where it goes. They're really in the taints.
Warm and moist.
Yeah, warm and moist. Under your arms, taintal areas, and that area there on your testes, that area there.
Your skin folds.
Skin folds.
You've never had one? I've never had one.
Oh, my God.
Especially there in the Bridge of Gondor.
Yeah, we stay indoors.
The Bridge of Gondor.
Do you know how you get them out? The Bridge of Gondor.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds hilarious.
The Lord of the Ring reference, Gondor, it's one of the major cities. Honestly, don't know if they have a bridge. I know they have a big gate.
So, do you know the old school way to get ticks out of you?
I think it's a lighter, right?
Right. So, back in the day, this is the funniest thing is when you
got to weld this thing off.
All the adults would be sitting around, and you come out and I think I got a tick on me, Mom. And come here, boy, let me look at it real quick. All right. And my mom would take a double, triple drag off that Winston non-filtered. Oh no! And get that cherry red hot and hold it right at the ass of the tick, and the tick apparently will back out.
That's what I've heard.
But just the image of your mama going, hold still, with a bouffant hairdo and a glowing cigarette coming at your nuts, that is terrifying.
I'll keep the tick.
Yeah, just like I'll get him a friend.
Yeah. You're getting attacked. Return of the King. Another Lord of the Ring reference.
Oh, boy.
I get it. The Lyme disease.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal. Just found out it's spelled with a Y.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the big deal?
That's a pretty big deal for recognizing how stupid that is.
Now, when you looked up the other version, did it just say you have a problem with margaritas?
You know what's so sad? I asked ChatGPT.
Chappy better.
Yeah. I asked it, why is it called Lyme disease? Its first sentence back to me was, it's actually called Lyme disease.
It corrected you.
Not, quote, Lyme disease.
You know what it does, right?
Yeah, I like your chatbot.
Yeah.
It's saucy.
Well, it wouldn't bother you very much. It would really bother me.
What,
you know,
Lyme disease?
Yeah. One of the side effects of Lyme disease, I believe.
Hunger? What?
No, it's the exact opposite of that. You get allergic to beef.
Oh,
Yeah.
You need to get Lyme disease.
It's got this weird protein in it that for the rest of your life, if you eat beef, you get sick.
So I also, throwing this out here, the name comes from Lyme, Connecticut. And Lyme, Connecticut is spelled with a Y.
Oh, I'll be damned. Did
The
not know
first
that.
case, I believe, where it was discovered.
I did not know that.
1970s, after a cluster of unusual arthritis cases appeared among the children in the area.
I'll be damned. I certainly would have thought that it was like someone's name.
Like the person who discovered it?
Chester Lyme.
Yeah, which then could have been an I.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
All right. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Real quick, if you do wind up getting chills, headaches, fatigue, muscle aches, or something like that, and you can't figure it out, do yourself a search, because those are also some of the symptoms of Lyme disease. And with ticks being so prevalent now in the summer and people out being around, out and around kind of enjoying themselves, more likely that you would have one, especially in a state like this.
And we've talked before, you say Lyme disease, but then you hear some of the stories like celebrities. Doesn't Hailey Bieber, didn't she get it?
Yeah, I know that back in the day, an artist named Nana Cherry got it. She did a song called Buffalo Stance. She got Lyme disease, and it was pretty gnarly for her.
Yeah, I've heard it can be very, very debilitating.
And it can stay with you for quite a while.
Yes, years.
Yeah, I don't think there's a cure. It just has to run its course, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Like a seminar?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Once we're in this, we're in it.
Yeah, I got to get rid of this, like this ebook. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. You can always leave us a talk back if you'd like. That's easy. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to us. We'll do What You Do That's New next, and we have a keyword coming up right now.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with Night 2 of the Mount Dora Summer Night Series with Ryan Holmes from the Monsters in the Morning, July 12th. Details at realradio.fm/comedy.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right lane's blocked, slowing down traffic on Florida's Turnpike northbound before exit 285. Traffic's backed up from County Road 561. Traffic's piling up on the ramp from I-4 westbound to State Road 408. There's construction blocking multiple lanes on Apopka Vineland Road southbound at Hotel Plaza Boulevard, causing a bit of commotion. It's going to be your typical delays on I-4 through that amusement park area. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Celebrate freedom from those old single-pane windows and that shabby front door with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. Why? Energy efficiency. It's so good to know that Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round, especially now during these dog days of summer. Here's what Vincent had to say. Renewal by Andersen did an excellent job, excellent customer service, excellent attention to detail, excellent follow-up. I highly recommend Renewal by Andersen for all your door and window needs. And right now is a great time to get started. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
You're invited to the culinary event of the summer. Taste Central Florida returns to the Orlando World Center Marriott Saturday, July 12th. Join Jim from The Jim Colbert Show and over 75 of Central Florida's top chefs, restaurants, and beverage experts for an unforgettable evening of signature bites, craft cocktails, and live entertainment. All for the powerful cause of fighting hunger in our community. 100% of proceeds benefit local charities, helping provide meals and resources to local children and families facing food insecurity. Don't miss your chance to taste Taste the Impact, Saturday, July 12th. Tickets are on sale now at tastecfl.org. That's tastecfl.org. Get yours before they're gone.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at FAS Exteriors. These guys are awesome, installing windows and doors in a couple of my homes here in Central Florida over the years and absolutely killing it every single time. Their expert team of window and door installers will make the entire project seamless from measurement all the way to that final inspection. Matter of fact, my inspector from the county asked me who did the install because the job was so perfectly done. Not to mention, the choices you get from FAS are amazing. So many beautiful windows and doors to really enhance not only the way your home feels, but the way it looks as well. And they've been doing it since 2005. FAS has earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. So upgrade your home with a team that delivers excellence. Visit FASWD.com and trust the leader in windows and doors.
Divorce can feel like a minefield. One wrong step, and your finances, your family, and your future could suffer. Before making a big decision, talk to the attorneys at TK Law. We can help you navigate the legal process, protecting what matters most. With better representation, you get better results. Call TK Law today and take the first step toward a smarter, more secure future. Visit onefirmforlife.com. Offices in Altamont Springs. That's onefirmforlife.com.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. I locked in a huge inventory before the tariffs hit. You could even drive for no money down. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. So check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage with a lifetime warranty. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar and Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts free. Never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Seeing that you guys are on the subject of ticks and Lyme disease, there's a British artist. He's my favorite artist of all time right now, which doesn't make sense if he's of all time, and then I said right now. But anyways, I digress.
That's fine.
He has dealt with Lyme disease. He's in his 30s, I believe, now. And he has a song or a video on YouTube. It's called Hi Ren. Watch that and tell me what you think. It's about 9 minutes and 13 seconds.
Sounds like a future What'd You Do That's New assignment.
Yeah, very nice. We'll do it. Apparently, Avril Lavigne, Amy Schumer, Kelly Osbourne, Shania Twain, Ben Stiller, Alec Baldwin, Justin Bieber, Debbie Gibson, Yolanda Hadid, like all of these people, Daryl Hall.
Had Lyme disease?
Yeah, George Bush. The young George Bush. Apparently, all these people have Lyme disease.
And it stays with you forever?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's a cure for it.
That's the one Bush you don't want the tick in.
That's right. Oh, what? All right, 407-916-1041. Your 4 o'clock keyword is GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. GRAND, guys. That is your 4 o'clock keyword.
I love Ross.
Outside bushes. You want the ticks in those bushes. No.
I think it's time.
For the scream, yeah, I agree. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb. There's somebody reacting to a Ross joke.
No, that was Deb.
Jack is here. Yo. And so is Sauce.
It's true.
Let's do What'd You Do That's New.
What'd you do that's new? What'd you do that's new? Hey! If we only knew something new to do, we're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Klausman Law.
That's right, Klausman Law, Klausman law.com. Offices right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Klausman. Glenn will be back with us in studio this Thursday for Colbert Court. What'd you do that's new? Every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. One member of the show will choose something for the other members to watch, read, or listen to. We will do that. Reconvene and then discuss said information. This week we have a listener choice.
That's right. Brother Matt calls in. Often you hear talkbacks. Well, he's our Hawaii expert whenever anything comes up Hawaii related. He's also our Bavardian. I think he also knows a lot about aircraft and stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Cooking.
Fishing.
Yeah. He's our poke connection as well. He does a lot, and he suggested this article. It's one of the rare times where we read something for What'd You Do That's New.
Good thing.
Fortunately, it was not long form like Scott Maxwell assigned.
It was still quite a bit of reading.
It was. I did it this morning after my first cup of coffee.
Same here.
It was about Hawaii, and the link is at jimcolbertlive.com. Under What'd You Do That's New. The link, it's right at the top. It's 10 fascinating facts about life in Hawaii before the U.S. arrived. So kind of a history lesson about Hawaii. It's from Listserv, and the article is there. And matter of fact, Brother Matt is on the phone right now, and he can answer any questions you might have about it as well.
You guys give it up for Brother Matt.
Yay! Brother Matt!
Matt, what's going on, buddy?
What's happening?
Not much at all.
How's it going?
By the way, thanks for this heads up on this piece. I knew very little about Hawaii other than, it's indigenous peoples that were there beforehand, but I had no idea what badasses Tahitians were. My God almighty.
I know.
Oh, let me tell you what. It's funny. A lot of this is a refresher to me. Some things I actually didn't know about, but, oh, no, the Tahitians weren't nice, and the social class was pretty cut and dry. I mean, you either happening or you weren't. And it's funny, to go back to the Tahitians and how they arrived.
Yeah.
You actually have to trace it back to Taiwan. 3000 BC, Taiwanese master boat builders start island hopping, and they end up in the Marquesas, Tahiti. That's where the people learn the boat building skills, and then they venture off in search of goods, natural resources, just their ability to sail with no charts to find the Hawaiian Islands it blows my mind every day.
Dude, 2,400 miles and basically a canoe across the Pacific Ocean to find
no navigation tools, very little food,
and water because you couldn't carry it much in a canoe. And they did it a bunch of times. It wasn't even like it was just once and then like, yay, we did it. Like they did it a lot.
No, they were back and forth quite a bit. And, they learned how to read the ocean currents. They studied the flight and the patterns of birds, the cloud cover, position of the sun and the stars, and they actually fished along the way. That's how they pretty much sustained themselves with limited resources and the ability to carry a lot back and forth.
What'd you guys think about this? Jack, what'd you think?
Very interesting how, just learned a lot about, that basically it's Tahitians that kind of, and it's, what I learned is that humans will do what humans do.
Yep, every time.
They just move in, conquer, take what they want, and just impose their will on others. And it's not just something exclusive to Americans. It's just humans throughout history. It still continues. And we're seeing it today, but it definitely happened, which ended up, how Hawaii was formed.
I was shocked by just how many millennia it seems that Hawaii had been settled. I didn't realize, like when Brother Matt just brought up 3000 BC.
Right, yeah.
I didn't realize that the islands had been inhabited for that long. And I also forgot the role of, good old-fashioned industrialists like the Dole family having the Queen of Hawaii put on house arrest.
So, you know what?
For the pineapple.
That was not in the story. That was the first comment. Is that where you saw that?
I saw it.
Like I read the article, and then in the comments underneath that, the first person talked about,
the Queen.
The Queen, and how it was the Dole family who kind of moved in to take advantage of that situation.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
It was
Ross read it as well, by the way.
It was the one thing that I kind of ruined my honeymoon in some aspects. I went to Hawaii for 2 weeks, and I found myself not in another state. I was in a different country with its own culture. And a lot of tourism. But if you look and if you start paying attention, you start picking up on for me, I left going, it's weird that we call this a state. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I just know that it's not like Oklahoma.
It doesn't seem to be reminiscent of any other state in the U.S. other than maybe Florida.
And I'm happy that the Queen is getting brought up right now because that was the one story and one big event in Hawaii history that really wasn't that long ago.
No.
That Hawaii was a sovereign nation.
With a king.
With
a queen, yeah.
They were doing it. They had their own thing. And then Christianity started doing and spreading, and the side effect, I don't know if it was done on purpose, but when that started catching all of the islands, you could see and feel slowly but surely the next
chipping
decade,
away,
the culture changed.
Completely.
It was a great list, but it's bittersweet when I look back on my Hawaii times because it's beautiful, it's stunning. There is something in the air, and I left going, "Am I part of the problem?"
I will tell you the interesting part of this thing to me is like we all know Hawaii as a mecca for pineapple and many other things. I mean, we know that for a fact, right?
From the Dole family.
Yeah, from the Dole family for sure. But when you ask most Americans, what's Hawaii's number one export, they're definitely going to say pineapples, right? I mean, did you guys have any idea that at one point sandalwood was the number one export of Hawaii? When you smell those beautiful candles, and all that wonderful smell and oils of sandalwood, no clue that was a Hawaiian thing. I thought that was like a Middle Eastern thing.
You know why? Because humans do what humans do, and what do? They do it until it's gone.
And now it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really wanted to bring this up on this segment because I remember when my mind got blown when I was learning about Hawaiian history, and it's, deep, rich. All of a sudden, I pick up on their most badass warrior. This is a top 10 list that Brother Matt showed us. Number 3, Kamehameha. what Goku yells on his most powerful spell is the name of the greatest warrior to ever and greatest king of those islands.
And generations of his descendants ruled the islands for a century.
And how did he get control? He killed his brother.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's like a Disney movie.
It's biblical all over again. Disney.
Hey, can I chime in on Queen Liliuokalani?
Sure,
yeah.
Okay, go back to her brother, who was actually the king before she took the throne. Kalakaua liked the good life, and he kind of allowed the entrance of a lot of the, let's say, the white folks, the businessmen, the people that came in after the missionaries arrived in 1820. So when Kalakaua passed, Liliuokalani took the throne, and she was more like restoring Hawaii, kind of trying to get back to the roots and the kingdom of Hawaii. Now, one of the reasons that, for military reasons, that's why Hawaii was annexed. It was overthrown for economic interest. But, Liliuokalani, man, she made one of the greatest decisions at all, not to fight, to preserve her people, because they knew they were going to get overthrown. They knew there would be massive bloodshed. She chose peace and then actually became a prisoner in Iolani Palace.
How crazy is that? And how about this? Another thing, too, before we get out of here, because we're short on time. Who knew that New England's oil came from whales that they would sell around the tip of Florida and out to the Pacific to harvest whales, because the waters around Hawaii are warm and they were rife with whales. So they would go whaling, take that blubber back to New England, and that's what they would use for oil. And what stopped that is when they found oil in Pennsylvania. Yep. That's the only reason they stopped whaling in New England, which was amazing to me. I had no idea that.
The longest be right back of all time.
Exactly. I mean, you would think with all the oceans that were available, they wouldn't have to go down to Hawaii. I mean, that's a long-ass trip via water and dangerous as well.
Yeah. Also before the Panama Canal.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, one other thing, too, as Hawaii became very popular, Lahaina was basically built on whaling. But the reason it became such a vital part of trade was because of the salt.
Yeah, salt.
That's one thing. They went to Hawaii for salt. They learned how to dig these shallow, retention ponds. They built makahas. When the makaha it's a gate that allows seawater to flow in, and then they close. They use that to harvest and store fish as well. So they dig these ponds, they fill it with seawater, close off the water, it dehydrates, and to this day, I prefer to use Hawaiian salt, sea salt, but salt was one of their greatest I can't even think of the word.
Commodities and exports, right? Yeah, for sure. I mean, it talks about it just basically, it's so funny to watch this island grow and change its export system and the way it made money and its rule for years. The idea that James Cook came there twice, wound up getting killed the second time, or second or third? Third. Yeah. I mean, it's just an amazing story, dude. So we're short on time, Matt, but thank you so much for the suggestion. It was really awesome.
Glad to be with you guys, and aloha. Have a great day.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Thanks, buddy.
Matt.
Appreciate that very much. All right, we'll take a little break and we'll come back and find out who is up, by the way.
Me.
Is it you?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klausman, KLAUSMANLAW.com. Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klausman, KlausmanLaw.com.
Bye.
The accident's been cleared on Florida's Turnpike northbound before exit 285. Expect some residual delays in that area. Construction slowing down traffic, blocking multiple lanes on Apopka Vineland Road southbound at Hotel Plaza Boulevard. There's construction slowing down traffic where Conway Road meets Hoffner Avenue. It's going to be your typical slowdown starting to pile up on the major roadways. Travel with caution. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at the Nickley Group. These guys are awesome. If you are in the world of real estate, buying or selling, you want the best possible team backing you up. That is the Nickley Group right here in Orlando. Over 4,500 homes sold, 4,000 five-star reviews. You know, my wife's best friend is a title agent, and she tells me every single deal that comes in that's a Nickley Group deal, dot I's, cross T's, on point, professional, everything about them is that, and that's how they do what they've done. These guys, on average, get about 6% more for their listings than their competitors, and even better, they get that money twice as fast, which means your listing won't be listed very long with the Nickley Group. They will sell that house, and if you are a buyer, let me tell you, nobody is going to check all those boxes on your dream home with multiple choices like the Nickley Group. Nobody knows Central Florida better. And yes, you will have one realtor, but behind that realtor will be a team of real estate professionals making sure that all the information you have is up to date, ready to go, so you can make the best decision with your money. These guys are great. You're going to love doing business with them. And if you don't want to deal with any of that other stuff, how about a guaranteed cash offer for your home? No showings, no open houses. That deal can close in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas. T-Mobile Arena. September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Save time and money with a PVC fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $2,140. Go to fenceoutlet.com for more information and store locations. License number C10252 and C10803.
Divorce is tough, but you don't have to go at it alone. Imagine building a team not to fight, but to win. 90% of divorce cases settle without a judge. At TK Law, our collaborative approach means you and your spouse work with lawyers, financial professionals, and mental health professionals to resolve issues with dignity and privacy. No court battles, just solutions. To protect your future, contact TK Law. We will help you navigate your divorce so you stay in control. OneFirmForLife.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the Tariff Sheriff. See, at RC Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, Deland and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Mecum Auctions returns to Kissimmee July 9th through 12th with 1,500 vehicles up for auction, including muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, trucks, exotics, hot rods, customs, and more. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Become a bidder and get ready to bring home your dream car. Registration and tickets are available at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
Man, I'm excited for the summer. Going to the beach, hanging out by the pool, barbecue, having drinks. But all of that is getting a little more expensive. That's where Sam's Club is coming to the rescue with locked-in summer values. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. And that's from paper plates to trash bags, sunscreen, even apple pie. I have my cart. It's a total no-brainer to join Sam's Club because locked-in summer values can help you save on all those things you need to have a great summer. Go sign up for that membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Tuesdays just got Mo better with Ross Padgett. Presented by JustCallMo.com. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Colbert crew.
Hi.
Just the thing I needed to hear when I'm leaving work is Jimmy saying taintle. I thought I was going to spit my chewing gum. Love you guys. Have a great afternoon.
It is in the taintle area. Everybody knows.
And I am so confused right now.
Okay.
As a Jehovah's Witness, you can receive a heart, you can receive a liver transplant, but you can't have the transfusion that would normally go along with it. I mean, are we talking viscosity issues? I don't want to run 10W30 when we used to run 40/20. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
It is confusing, buddy.
I am not the pheasant plucker. I'm the pheasant plucker's son. I'm just plucking pheasants until the pheasant plucker comes. All right, Jimmy, your turn.
No, not a chance, buddy.
No.
Not a chance.
No.
Just to attempt the word plucker more than once.
You just did it.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 4 o'clock keyword, by the way, is grand, G-R-A-N-D. Somebody better go win some money.
Yeah. Dry spell.
We're in a dry spell.
Spiel.
It's got him southern again. Yeah. Spiel. Grand, by the way. That'll do it. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. RealRadio.fm. Send that off and then
Get that
hold your
money.
phone near.
Answer it.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack. Yep. And Ross. It's true. All right. We just did What'd You Do That's New, but it took the entire segment to kind of go over that segment from Brother Matt. What do you have for us for next week, Deborah?
Okay, I have a little over an 18-minute video.
Yeah.
It's from a content provider called Country History X. And this episode we're going to be watching is Johnny Cash, Joseph Stalin, and the Great Morse Code Crack. And let me tell you.
I remember this story.
If you don't know the story, you're going to also learn something about Merle Haggard that you had no idea.
Cool.
He was,
very cool.
Yeah. So it is really, really cool. And I know for me, it really made me kind of rethink that whole why Johnny Cash had such a
mystique.
Not just a mystique, but why he was so for the prisoner population. I automatically assumed, well, he spent 7 times in the clink.
Right,
So that's probably why. It turns out, after you watch this video, you may have the same opinion I do and go, yeah, no, that's not the reason why.
I'll be damned.
So again, it's Country History X, Johnny Cash, Joseph Stalin, and the Great Morse Code Crack. And I'll be sending that over to Jack right now.
Very nice.
So I hope you guys enjoy it. I found it to be really fascinating.
You said Country History X. I was like, I never get to the end of those videos, but. And then I was like, oh, it's like a documentary.
Oh, country. It took me a minute to find that one, buddy. My bad.
Oh, no, it's fine. I got turned on. I was like, the no rules on Tuesdays. Here we go.
And by the way, JimColbertLive.com is where you go. You look for that banner that says "What'd you do? That's new," the master list.
Yep.
And we post each week. We just add the next link to what we're reviewing. And if you go all the way to down at the bottom of the page, you can find everything from when we started this in 2018.
Yeah. Hey, he does have a very good question, though, and a couple people also text that in regarding the Jehovah's Witness thing. Like, I know nothing about Jehovah's Witnesses. I know that Michael Jackson was one, I believe, and I think Prince was one.
Yes.
And even during Prince's heyday, apparently this is one of many Prince stories that make him the legend that he is, that even during the heyday of his career, he would still go out and do that thing where they walk around neighborhoods
proselytize
and witness, right?
Yeah.
Proselytize, walk up and try to convert people into Jehovah's Witness, that religion. And he was doing this at the height of his career. Could you imagine opening the door and seeing old 4'11" Prince there in his purple jumpsuit trying to convince you that Jehovah's Witnessing was the way to go? That would be pretty cool.
Hit you with that soft, hey, man.
Yeah. Dude, he was a badass, though. Prince was like a little more fiery than there are a number of stories about him getting in fistfights and whipping ass.
That doesn't mean, though, that his voice wasn't
No,
soft.
Yeah, it was very soft.
It was
for
soft
sure.
and subtle and whimsical. I love Prince.
Kind of sexy.
One of his last albums, he just like he had like an all girl band called like Third Eye or something. Awesome. It was one of his last pieces of work, and still, dude was killing it when he left.
He also had no, that was not him. The Mary Jane Girls, was that Prince?
I thought it was.
I thought the Mary Jane Girls, I believe he had a hand in as well. And they had a really cool tune. My House, I think, was a pretty badass song. And I think that was a Prince joint for sure. But it's the Jehovah's thing. I had no idea that, like, it is kind of weird. You can get a new heart and a new lung, but you can't get the blood that runs it.
That was a country song.
First line, line one, Toby Keith.
That was perfect.
Posthumously, Toby Keith, here he comes.
I also don't know many Jehovah's Witnesses. Now,
I don't either.
Every Mormon I've ever met, batting 1,000. Kind of wish I was more like them.
Yeah. Mormons. You know what I hear about Mormons, though? I hear that's if you're not a Mormon, that's exactly what you will get from Mormonism. Like if you are a Christian and you talk to a Mormon, you're like, oh my God, this person is so nice. They're so thoughtful. They don't drink. They don't smoke. No caffeine. No nothing like that. But apparently, if you are a Mormon, other Mormons judge you AF. Like it is a major, it's like being a Baptist. Like if you're not a Baptist and you're in one of those churches, like it's the most judgmental area you could ever be in your life is in church.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
I've never been more judged in my life than being part of organized religion.
So Rick James was behind
the
Mary Jane Girls, but Prince had Vanity 6.
Vanity 6, that's
I don't remember them at all.
I think that's where Apollonia came from, right?
I believe so. I just don't remember any music that they did.
And I think that's the bad group of villains from Spider-Man as well.
Is it really?
I tried watching Purple Rain was on like in the past week.
If not for the soundtrack.
Yeah. I was like, watch it to the part where Apollonia has to jump into Lake Minnetonka, but
that's
it was on regular TV. So
that's a great scene.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scine?
Well, the scene is cut.
It's cut. Yeah, it's on TV. He doesn't see any of the goods.
The best part of that entire movie was Morris Day.
Yeah.
That was the best part of the entire movie.
Yeah.
His dad committed suicide, and then backstage he goes, "How's your dad?" Oh, oh God, it's savage. Good movie though.
Every Super Bowl, I always watch Prince's Super Bowl halftime show is timeless.
I mean,
it's so good. It's so good.
Is that the one that rained?
It's the one that rains.
It's the best.
It's the one when the producer of the event was like, "Prince, man, it's gonna
You're
looks
gonna
like
get
it's gonna rain."
electrocuted, right? Yeah.
And he goes, "Can you make it rain harder?"
The scenes from that, him backlit, are like some of the most famous
It's
scenes
like
ever.
where the rain made it better.
Yeah.
It somehow made it better.
Incredible. So you guys like to gamble, right?
Yeah.
I've been known to dabble.
I had a gamble. I haven't gambled in such a long time, being honest. And then just a couple of days ago, I got a notification that was like, profit boost. Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Let's run it. And I lost.
What'd you bet on?
I bet on a soccer match.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Now, can you bet on Orlando City Soccer as a member of the club, kinda?
I've never asked. It's kind of like the military in the 90s.
Okay, don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell. Maybe we brought it back.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Now,
I have no idea.
Now, we know that Kravitz likes to gamble. Matter of fact, on his website, like zoneheads.com, you can also get his bet thing as well. Jack, you still gambling a little bit on sports?
What? He never started, Jimmy.
The sound says yes, he is. So, you guys know anything about the big beautiful bill and what it has to do with gamblers?
Oh, I think they're taxing it more. They're taxing us more.
Come on, man.
So listen, this new bill, now look, gamblers aren't a sympathetic group. Can we agree with that?
Correct.
Like nobody's going to go, oh, darn, those poor lifelong gamblers.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to find a soft spot for gamblers. But this new bill completely Fs them over. So apparently until now, gamblers have been allowed to deduct all of their betting losses from their declared income. Meaning bettors who win more than they lose over the course of a year pay taxes only on their profits.
That's been forever. Yeah.
The new bill, which the House approved, is poised, signed into law, allows gamblers to deduct just 90% of their losses while still making them pay income tax on all of their winnings. So if you win like $100,000, you have to pay the income tax on that. But let's say you lose, let's say you gambled $1 million and you won $1.2 million. You have to pay taxes on the $200K, but you also only get to deduct 90% of the losses. So you still have to wind up paying taxes on $100K of the million.
Love it.
At the track, I mean, this is in the 80s. I remember this happening. If you wanted the track, this is the Meadowlands. It was harness racing. People would be picking up the losing stubs because they counter that against their winnings.
Absolutely.
Saying, yeah, I won this money, but I lost all this. And really, it was slips they picked up off the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question about the gambling thing? So everybody knows you could be a professional poker player. Everybody knows really you can be a professional blackjack player. I mean, those people don't last long because the casinos find out you're good at it and they just basically ban you because the odds are doable. I don't know about roulette. I don't know if there's we know there are professional sports books, right? Obviously, people can make a living gambling on sports. We know that for a fact, right? Can you claim to be a professional lottery player?
You can try it, and it's going to be funny.
Could I claim,
I'm
hey,
good
look,
at it.
I only play scratch-offs for a living?
No, because I think to the level, poker, that does take some skill.
It's a game of skill, for sure. That was one of the biggest.
And not chance.
One of the biggest. Part of it is chance, but it is definitely a game of skill.
So, and you can't have that as a lottery player because.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Because there's no way for you to have control over your part in the action. You just have to hope your numbers get pulled. But with poker, you can go down the river, up the river. You can flop.
Blackjack's the same thing too. It is a game of skill.
Thank you, guys. That's all I can remember.
I don't know if you can flop.
Yeah.
Well, you can go down river.
Hey, she can flop.
Oh yeah, she can flop twice.
It's going down the river, right?
Yeah.
It's not
No. Yeah. You don't look at it like that. You say the river is the last card dealt on the board.
Oh, okay.
So on the river.
On the river.
Like, I caught up on the river.
I flopped on the river.
No. Flop is the first three.
Okay.
And then there's the turn.
I'm trying.
And then there's the river.
Oh, you were so far ahead.
You want to be at my table at the poker tournament, by the way.
Flop, turn, river.
Flop, turn, river.
There
we
go.
go.
Yeah.
I'm ready to turn this river on a flopping machine. Let's go. I'm all in.
Yeah. Gambler with $950,000 worth of winning wagers and $1 million of losing ones would have to pay taxes on the $950,000 while being able to deduct only $900,000 of the losses, meaning he or she would be forced to pay taxes on $50K of, quote, phantom income. And I just know the professional poker world, because I kind of keep up with it a little bit, is on tilt, as they say.
Really?
Yeah, on tilt is a term that if you lose a hand that you should have won till maybe a
someone like me.
Yeah, you get mad, and being mad at the poker table is called on tilt. In other words, what I am when I'm at a poker table is perpetually on tilt
at any one point during any show.
That I knew.
That is a terrible scenario. I remember hearing from this. There's a poker player named Phil Galfond, and he plays online. And a lot of people believe that when you are a professional poker player, you only spend time in casinos. That's not the case at all, actually. A lot of other countries will offer online poker. We don't have it here in America, but you can still get online and play cards elsewhere. And a lot of people just play online. And, keep that money in those countries or off overseas or wherever. Those guys are losing their mind.
I bet.
Because it costs a lot of money to win a lot of money. You have to gamble high stakes to make those big dollars. And if, if you're laying down $1 million and you make a couple $100K, that sounds great until you realize you have to pay taxes on the $200,000. And now you have to pay taxes on 90 or 10% of the money you spent.
Ballers be balling.
Which means you didn't make $200,000. You're now paying taxes on $300,000, even though you didn't make the money.
And if you're paying taxes, then drop the...
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Everything over 2A.
All right, 407.
So is that part the big part or the beautiful part?
No, yeah. That's not the beautiful part if you're a card player. That's for sure.
It's a big problem.
407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Don't forget your 4 o'clock keyword is grand. That's GRAND. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Flights are changing in America. I'll tell you how next.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Tuesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, it's going to be a hot and humid summer-like day across Central Florida with highs well into the low and even middle 90s for some spots. Plan for a high of 93 degrees today in Orlando, but it will feel closer to the low 100s once we factor in our high humidity levels. We'll also be expecting increasing shower and storm chances up to about a 40 to 50% chance for today, mostly during the mid to late afternoon hours. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
Love the guys over at Tools Ace Hardware, now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. That's right, Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, now offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to pro, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Plus, you can get 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment every single day. It's Steel zero-turn mowers, now available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Hey, comedy fans, ready to lose your mind laughing? Saturday, July 12th, it's comedy night at the Mount Dora Music Hall, starring Ryan Holmes. Yeah, that Ryan Holmes from Real Radio 104.1. Plus a crew of savage special guests bringing the heat all night. One front row for the madness. VIP tickets are up for grabs and they're going fast. Get them at MountDoraComedy.com. That's MountDoraComedy.com. Doors at 7, show at 8. Bring your crew. Bring your laugh. Leave your filter at home.
Summer is in full swing here in Florida, complete with lots of sunshine, heat, and humidity. Perfect ingredients when you're going to the beach, but really tough on your old windows and doors. No problem, though. Replace them with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason is longevity. Unlike traditional vinyl, Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors use Fibrex, which doesn't warp, crack, or degrade over time, meaning your windows and doors, they're going to last a lot longer. As Stephanie said, the appointment from beginning to end was amazing, very friendly and knowledgeable, would recommend them to anyone. Renewal by Andersen is a great deal to help you get started. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number number CGC 1527613.
Show off your new smile with Solid Bite. The dentists at Solid Bite use the latest techniques and technology to give you the smile you've always dreamed of. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now for an exclusive radio offer at 321-259-8000. Solid Bite, life-changing dentistry.
The accident wasn't your fault. You shouldn't have to pay those bills. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay for your medical bills. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Looking for top quality fencing in Florida? Fence Outlet has been the state's fencing expert for over 30 years. With 8 convenient locations, we offer a wide variety of styles and colors to enhance your property's security and curb appeal. Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
People today want quality. They want something that's going to last.
International Diamond Center owner Keith LeClaire talking about the difference between a handcrafted designer ring and the overseas knockoffs you see at most jewelry stores.
When you come here, you don't have to settle for a cookie cutter ring that's being made by the masses.
It's true. IDC has been chosen by the top bridal designers to be their only authorized retailer here. Names like Tacori, Viraggio, Simon G, A. Jaffe, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more. American-made rings of the highest quality and lasting value.
We're able to offer brands that other jewelers tried to get over and over and over again. These brands are known, respected, they deliver a quality product for a fair valued price.
So you don't have to compromise. At IDC, you will always be guaranteed a real, natural, rare diamond showcased in a handcrafted ring with exceptional craftsmanship. It's all part of the IDC experience.
People here trust us because we are the real deal.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Millennium Mall, and Waterford.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
If you're shopping for hurricane impact windows, make sure to get a free quote from my friends at Reese Windows and Doors. Hey, it's C-Lane, and at Reese they've been installing affordable, high-quality impact windows for over 50 years. Most impact windows are installed in less than 8 weeks, and right now when you buy 2 windows, you get 1 free, plus installation is included. For a free quote, visit ReeseWindows.com. That's REECE Windows.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
You've got an app for your music, but what about your favorite morning show, sports team, or live local news and weather?
See things start to change.
Yep, there's an app for all that too. iHeartRadio. Download the #1 app for radio, the free iHeartRadio app.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Go ahead,
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
So Jimmy, let me get this straight. I put $100 in my account on Hard Rock on a Saturday during the football season. I bet $100 for the college football games. At the end of the day, my balance says $150, which means I netted $50. I'm gonna have to pay taxes on $150 of the winnings instead of $50 on the net that I've won. Stupid Republicans.
No, you didn't. If you put $150 and you won $50, you didn't lose anything. But I think what the deal is, you have to pay taxes on that $50, and then the money you gambled to win that, you have to pay $90 on that. Or let's say it cost you $100. You bet $100, then lost. Then you bet another $100 and won $50. You would have to pay the 90% or the 10% on the money you gambled on top of the winnings. That's what I believe it is.
But I believe that only kicks in what, like $600? Do you have to win more than $600 before you have to claim it?
I'm not 100 on that. I just know when I would be over in Daytona and I would win any money over 500, they make you fill out an IRS form.
So for you, it's 500.
Yeah, 500
okay,
bucks.
I thought it was 600. Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text 77031. Still got a few minutes for your keyword grand, G-R-A-N-D. We will have a freshie at the top of the hour.
Freshie.
But until then, grand is your keyword. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack.
Yeah.
And Ross.
That's all true.
What's the worst thing about flying? Well, not the worst, but
I was going to say, yeah.
Security, the lines, the people. It's the people.
But
The people.
But what slows the lines down when you're going through TSA?
Taking your shoes off.
There you go.
Then it smells. Uh-oh, you forgot your socks. Now you got scurvy. 'Cause you stepped on an airport with bare feet.
That's good. You can't go without socks.
No, you never do that, man. I see people wearing like flip-flops with no shoes on airplanes. I'm like, what are you doing with your life? Get out of here. Nearly 20 years after airline passengers were first required to remove their shoes for the security, the policy is now being phased out. TSA is allowing passengers to keep their shoes on when they go through the general security line at any major airport across the country.
All right.
Oh, wow. I heard it was only being phased in.
That's what I heard as well. I actually just read that top line because the story I read this morning did not say that. An unexpected memo went out to TSA across the country last week stating the new policy will allow all passengers to keep their shoes on in all screening lanes at many airports across the country. Now it goes from all to many.
Keep going. It'll go from many to some.
Do you guys have pre-check?
No.
TSA pre-check?
No.
Yeah, my wife
that
has
costs
that.
money, right?
Yeah.
Don't fly often enough.
Yeah, my wife has that, and I have to tell you, I'm like, you don't win here, right? You get to go through the line. You have to sit and watch me go through mine because I don't have it.
Why don't you have it?
I don't know. I just don't have it. I don't fly enough.
Well,
she flies all the time.
If you're going to pay for it, you have to fly a certain amount of time to make it worth it.
Yeah, I mean, she flies. I mean, she's flying out 2 or 3 times next month. You know, out to Dallas, up to Wyoming, and I want to say to San Diego next week. I'm not 100 on that, or not next week, but next month. So she's always on the road.
You know it as much as I do, though. She's still coming out on top. I mean, you're not. Sure, is she waiting for you? But she's not waiting
No.
in that line.
She's not, buddy. She's comfortable on the other side with her phone and her coffee waiting on me. The TSA has spent years looking for an innovative way to allow passengers to move faster through the security checkpoints. Passengers who trigger the alarm at scanners or magnetometers. I get a bell for that, please?
Magnetometer.
Oh, yeah, buddy. That's a tough one, too, because it looks like magnetometer.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is. I thought our dinger broke.
And, of course, you remember who the guy was who ruined all this for us, right? The shoe bomber, dude.
Shoe bomber.
Richard Reed. Yeah, for 20 years. So it looks like maybe in all your major airports, you'll be able to slide through TSA a little quicker these days. And I mean, is the technology better? I mean, they didn't really mention that. They said in a surprise memo. So maybe this was just a thing where somebody said, this will be easier.
Yeah. And also, can we keep our belts on, too? That's the other one. I don't want to do that.
Now, I don't know about the belt.
You like the belt.
Would it be harder to hide something in your shoe or your belt? Like, if you're going to do something stupid.
But I thought that's why we're going through metal detectors.
Well, you have to understand. I mean, explosives aren't the only thing you can conceal in shoes. You could conceal a device that, to cut somebody with or to cause damage like that, to hold somebody hostage. Ceramic would not. I don't know if ceramic reacts in the metal detector thing in any way, shape, or form. And I know the chemical thing they put on you, it's pretty accurate.
Throwing this out here, I don't know how true this is. So let me preface that with a full-blown disclaimer. I don't even know if those are metal detectors anymore. I feel like they are X-rays.
Oh,
yeah, they are.
So
right?
The thing your bag goes through is an X-ray. The thing you stand in with your hand like that's detecting explosives, I believe.
That's an X-ray.
Is it an X-ray?
Oh, yeah, that's a full body scan.
But
Because it shows your body.
But okay, so
shows what you had for lunch.
Isn't that also, or is that the swipey thing?
It shows your wiener.
Shut up.
It
I
does.
think it does.
Matter of fact, they had to dumb it down.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
They had to dumb it down because at first when they did it, it was so accurate it could see your entire body shape, and now they make it just like a cookie cutter outline of a person, where it shows red or something where they think they need to do further searching.
We had people making $30 an hour going circumcised, circumcised, not circumcised, not circumcised.
Apparently, they use various technologies, including metal detectors, X-ray scanners, and millimeter wave scanners.
Whoa. That's perfect for you, Jim.
No, you son of a bitch.
Got him.
Son of a bitch. For my hair, right? For my hair.
Hair.
I'll save you a throttling. Yeah, I always thought that thing that you stand up in and put your hands up like when you do a jumping jack and then stop.
Yeah.
I thought that was the chemical scan. And that thing went around you like that. That's scanning to smell or detect explosives.
Weapons, explosives, and other potentially dangerous items.
Gotcha.
Because not only can you hide those things in your shoes, but a bigger concern would be body cavities.
Yeah,
because
for
if you
sure.
have to take your shoes off, and those are independently going through a scanner,
right?
But your body isn't.
Yeah, because your shoes still have to go through the X-ray. So if you hid something in your shoes, let's say because ceramic doesn't trigger metal detectors, right?
Right, but you're not putting your X-rays. Wait,
you're putting your shoes through the X-ray for sure, because your shoes would go into a bin,
but not anymore.
You're
stopping that.
So the machine has to be an X-ray thing. Then it has to be. Because if somebody wanted to do something dumb, theoretically, they could still put it in their. They could design a shoe or alter their shoe, or they could bring a device or something of some implement on the plane.
The one thing that I am so jealous about people who are older than me, by you guys got to see way more respect at airports.
Oh man,
and I'm so curious about what air travel was like when it first came out.
Let me tell you what
had this prestige.
Let me tell you what it wasn't.
Everyone was dressed nice.
Oh yeah, we used to smoke on the planes. You had an ashtray in your handle.
I'll tell you what it wasn't. It wasn't all of your family in pajamas and Who Farted T-shirts with slides on, sulking onto the plane with their headphones on. It wasn't like that. You actually dressed nice. You tucked in your shirt.
Yeah.
You sat there like a gentleman or a young lady or a young man.
And you could send your family off with a farewell at the gate. You could watch their plane pull away from the taxiway and make their way to the runway. And now when you get to the airport, it's like you have to leave them at the curb.
That's right. You can only go into the area where the gate is. Once you get past TSA, that's it.
I don't know what it is, but there's something so charming about the Pan Am logo to me.
Man,
it's romantic almost.
Pan Am.
It's romantic. It romanticized that era.
That Pan Am logo is
good.
not just like Pan Am, but it was it's the logo for the 50s. It screams mid-century everything.
So I'll give you a really cool movie to watch that kind of deals with deals with this a little bit, and it's kind of tough because if you don't, like you and I had sketchy relationships with our old man, right? Yeah. It's a movie called Nothing in Common. And it's
hilarious.
It's called Nothing in Common, and it's Tom Hanks and Jackie Gleason. And Jackie Gleason is Tom Hanks' dad. And Tom Hanks is an advertising executive for, and he's trying to score an airline a client. And it's kind of cool how they go through that, but it shows you, kind of that 50s feel of what it was like to be on an airline. It's very romantic. It's a damn good movie, by the way.
I only laugh at the title of the movie because it sounds like the sequel would be like, did you move to Orlando in 2008? Is your name Ross? Do you get drunk on golf courses? 2.
Yeah, all right. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. We'll take a little break. You got a keyword coming up at the top of the hour. Woo-hoo. And we'll talk about IRS and churches. We'll do that next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways are busy and so are emergency crews. Traffic's starting to pile up on the express lanes of I-4 due to an accident eastbound after Florida's Turnpike. Multiple lanes are blocked on John Young Parkway northbound at Millennia Boulevard. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency crews on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
Go ahead and compare your quote because it is so easy to do that with that mortgage guy, Don. And if you already have a mortgage quote and you're wondering if it's any good, a recent study found that less than 20% of us actually compare that first mortgage quote that we get. But you really want peace of mind, and you can get that peace of mind with that mortgage guy, Don. Just go to the website, hit the button that says compare, and upload your quote. That's it. That mortgage guy, Don, is going to tell you if it's any good, and you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. It truly is peace of mind right there at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with night 2 of the Real Comedy Mount Dora Summer Night Series this Saturday. Ryan Holmes from The Monsters is the next headliner. And this Saturday, he'll bring his comedy along with a few of Florida's up-and-coming comedians. Get to know them before they get famous. This night of fun will be hosted by the one and only Russ Rollins and feature the Triple R pre-show with Savannah, Jeff Howell, Daisy Del Toro, Amber Nova, and Ryan Holmes in a dunk tank in the lobby. This Saturday, July 12th at the Mount Dora Music Hall. Sponsored by Mills Air and Discover Lake County. Dunk tank at 6, doors at 6:30, show at 8. Get your tickets today at realradio.fm/comedy.
Man, if you live in Central Florida, it is vital that your AC works perfectly every single time, and that is why I strongly suggest a call to our friends over at Mills Air. These guys are awesome. Been doing it since '92. 30-plus years of experience in keeping Central Florida nice and cool. And their techs are awesome. They know these brands inside and out, so don't worry about what kind of AC you have. They can repair it. Even better, Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. That's important. These guys can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today and schedule your very important appointment. It's 407-277-1159. Find them online at millsair.com.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants to KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 dump fee. Expires 8/15/25.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about, your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are 2 very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today, 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Featuring Gravedigger, Sparkle Smash, and more. Coming to Kia Center August 2nd and 3rd. Brought to you by BKT Tires, your local Ford dealers, and Morgan & Morgan. Tickets on sale now.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander, or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraisal always value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, Deland and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Ray Trunley here. Life is uncertain, but finding the right lawyer should not be. TK Law will guide you through divorce with solutions that protect you and your family. Find solutions with TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, ReeseWindows.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. B-O-N-U-S. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Okay, guys, Michael P. checking in with y'all, and I want y'all to remember this after you sign up. Listen, TSA PreCheck is only like $80. It's good for 5 years, so if you fly somewhere, you've got to fly back. So that's 2 flights, and it's totally worth, $5-10 each way to not wait in that line. So definitely sign up. People always say that I don't fly enough, but just 1 trip a year, totally worth it. Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. I am personally inviting you to the culinary event of the summer. It's called Taste Central Florida, returning to the Orlando World Center Marriott this Saturday. I'll be there with my friend Jana from XL 106.7, sampling some of the best food and drinks out there from 75 of Central Florida's top chefs, restaurants, and beverage experts. Craft cocktails, signature bites, live entertainment, all for a powerful cause. Of course, that's fighting hunger right here in Central Florida. 100% of these event proceeds will benefit local charities, including the Second Harvest Food Bank and Coalition for the Homeless. TasteCFL.org. That's TasteCFL.org. Get your tickets now before they're gone. So much fun. So many good flavors. Hope to see you out there this weekend at Taste Central Florida. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
So is Sauce.
And so is Paulo Bancarrot,
yeah,
baby.
man. Oh, man.
So many restaurants at Taste, Jimmy, including one that brought us food today, Wine Bar George.
Oh, my God, dude. That BLT, the meatball sub, and the chicken salad sandwich, simply amazing. That's just a few of the wonderful flavors you're going to experience at Taste Central Florida this weekend.
Have you been down there, Disney Springs, Wine Bar George?
Yeah, actually, that's where I had their Iberica ham and their tomato bread.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious. And some of the best wine out there. And, of course, George Miliotis is one of the better sommeliers in all of the nation. We have him right here in Central Florida, so it's really kind of an advantage. And you will really get the idea of what wine and food are supposed to do together. If you go to George's Wine Bar, that's really what they specialize in. And I like events like this because it does kind of give you an idea of how things pair up. Because even I mean, in all my food knowledge, I get completely stumped with the wine thing all the time. I'm just like, the whole, the whole white for chicken and fish and red for beef. I mean, that applies, but there are plenty of like light reds, even some Pinots and other blushes that you can eat with other foods. And to find those matches is magnificent. It really is. Hope to see you this weekend.
As a matter of fact, later this hour, one of the prizes for JCS Trivia will be a pair of tickets to Taste.
Very
this
nice.
Saturday night.
That's just a little bit from now. I wanted to talk about this thing with IRS. I don't think we'll have time, though, but I did I did see on the texting service a second ago, a guy said that the scanner at the airport will actually react to the tumors in his chest.
Oh.
Did you guys see that? Never heard about that.
That's good. You ever go on a vacation and find out you're dying? You don't even get onto the plane before your vacation is ruined.
You want to get that on the return trip, right?
For sure, yeah. On the way back. Don't want it to ruin your gig.
Exactly.
I'm never going back to Chernobyl.
Yeah. So you guys don't, Jack, do you still go to church regularly or not?
Yeah. Who's asking?
Yeah. Look, I'm not asking for any shame, I promise. I don't go often at all. I mean, Deb.
Christmas, Easter, Catholic.
Yeah, same thing, right? Ross,
it's been a minute.
Ross, have you ever had a relationship with a church at all?
Oh, yeah. A big one.
Did you really?
I know that sounded sarcastic.
No, not at all. I remember they used to sing gospel or Christian songs.
And, his favorite Christmas album is from a gospel group.
For him, put some respect on my boys' names. God rest ye gentlemen. Timeless classic from the guys.
Look, I'm a DC Talker Petra guy myself.
Ooh, okay.
Or the Newsboys. That's another.
I went to a private school all throughout elementary school, and I had the uniform. I had chapel every Thursday. The first time I was ever on a stage was for the name of God.
I'll be damned. That's awesome.
I have disrespected him since in the sense of what I'm saying into microphones these days in comedy clubs.
Yeah.
But that was a fun play. That was spreading the gospel.
Let me ask you this. If you went to your church, right? I'm asking everybody out there listening to the show. If you went to your church and your pastor started endorsing a political candidate, how would you feel about that?
I'm out the door.
I mean, faster. It's one reason why I don't go to church. Because I think that is a legit possibility.
I watched this happen in real time out in my old neighborhood, out in Seminole County. They brought a candidate for, I want to say, comptroller into the church to basically pitch his candidacy during the sermon. And I remember looking at my wife and I'm saying, this is gross. Like, this is gross. You should not do this. A pastor should not be bringing political candidates into their church to stump while you're there to serve and learn about, your faith.
And I thought with tax-exempt status, they could not be political.
Jack, I thought that as well. Turns out the IRS says pastors who endorse political candidates from the pulpit should not have to risk their churches losing their tax-exempt status. So now in America, as a pastor, you can basically bring political candidates into your church or just basically stump for them from the pulpit and still be tax exempt, which is one of the reasons they got tax exemption to begin with, right?
Yeah.
The whole idea was this separation of church and state. Churches were not supposed to endorse political candidates of any ilk for that matter. Whether it be Republican or Democrat, independent, it does not matter. This is not a partisan issue. It's an issue of right or wrong. Theoretically, I mean, to me it is. By the way, I never went back to the church. I'd never go back in that church. I'd never give them a nickel of my money, ever in a million years, because of that.
Oh, if you gave them a nickel, I know where it would be going.
Yeah. The guy, by the way, the politician up in Seminole County, I think, is Grant Malloy.
Okay.
Grant Malloy was actually brought into the church that I was going to at the time to stump for himself during the sermon. I could not believe it. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I was the only one really shocked in the church. I mean, it was just full of people who are completely fine with it because they lean that way politically. And I found it repulsive.
But even if you lean that way, I'm still banking on a human brain understanding some ethics or understanding that maybe I'm getting played here. maybe I'm actually a screaming, walking, talking product in my own
Right.
church right now, and I'm being sold something that has nothing to do with the Bible.
Yeah, 100%.
I expect that out of humanity, and I couldn't say it without laughing, so my bad.
The move effectively calls for a carve-out for religious organizations from the rarely used IRS rule called the Johnson Amendment, put in place in 1954 and named after then Senator Lyndon Johnson, who, of course, went on to be president. In a joint court filing intended to end an ongoing case against the IRS, the Tax Collection Agency, and National Religious Broadcasters Association, evangelical media consortium, and other plaintiffs have asked federal court in Texas to stop the government from enforcing the Johnson Amendment against plaintiffs.
Man. How long was that Johnson Amendment? Did you say that?
Since 54.
71 years?
Yes, so 71 years. It's been perfectly fine. The IRS theoretically had the ability to revoke your tax-exempt status if you mix politics from the pulpit. Now, I think outside, like if you're a pastor, let's say of a big church, and outside of the doors of the church while not addressing the congregation as a private citizen, you can endorse whomever you would like. I mean, we know that for a fact because religious leaders across the nation have done that with President Trump. And scads of them. Matter of fact, one right here in a pop guy, I believe, is his religious consultant. Is it not Paula White?
I believe so, yeah.
Wasn't she his right-hand woman or whatever when it comes to praying over policy and whatnot?
That I don't know.
Is it safe to say...
Kind of gross, I think.
Is it safe to say that Christianity is tied with that party? Like, they kind of go... I'll throw this
With
out
Republicans?
here.
Yeah, of course it is.
On the other side is that if you ask the Democrat, I don't think we have probably 48 religions. So
I don't think this is really about them. Matter of fact, somebody said, I agree with you 100%, Jim. Let me throw a wrench in the machine. What if he was a member, he or she was a member of that congregation? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. The pastor should not be endorsing any political candidate for any reason from the pulpit. You should not do that. And if you're a congregation of a church and your pastor does that, you should think twice about it. That's my opinion.
And if you're a politician, do you know what is a priceless commercial? Seeing you in church. Nothing else.
Yeah.
That should be enough for me to go, wow, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Not the pastor going, hey, look at this guy.
Yeah.
I should see you at church. Not should, but if I see you at church, that's way more likability from an organic spot.
Like, and without the shout out, right?
Yeah, without the shout out. Even if I have the thought of like, you're just here, to be out and get votes. At the very least, it's not blatant with a pastor telling me that's exactly what's happening.
How about just ingratiating parishioners by just walking in and shaking people's hands and just telling them who you are?
Yeah,
and
that's
I've been going to this church for years, and leave what you do for a living out of it.
Yeah, the funny thing is I do not know if Grant Malloy is a member of this church. I do not believe that he is, but I wasn't 100% sure on that. So I'll just say that, not even to protect myself, just to make sure I'm being accurate with everybody.
And it also, those moments hurt religion, I think, in the bigger picture, because there's tons of people like me who hears stories like that and just cannot roll our eyes harder.
Yeah, but I think you would be in the minority there. I think most people who are kind of have dived into that level of faith would not care one bit. I don't think, like I said, I don't think not one other person, even my wife thought it was kind of crazy, but we were the only people in the church that found that odd.
I'm saying that the people of non-faith are the ones that grab their eyes and go, are you okay with this?
Well, it's a great hypocrisy.
Yeah, it is. It is a great hypocrisy. And I don't care what your denomination is. It should not matter. Your pastor should not be endorsing political candidates from the pulpit. It just shouldn't be doing that. And then receiving tax-exempt status on top of it, get out of here. Just get out of here.
Tax-exempt status is another thing that a lot of non-religious, non-faithful people, that sounds like they cheat, but people who are not religious, they just go, oh my God, they just scratch their eyeballs at it as you see this multi-million-dollar church that just got all this new stuff, and it's also a school and a basketball court, and it's great, but man, there's not a lot of crosses over there.
No. There's not.
Wow, there's not a lot of crosses. That's a lot of non-stained windows.
All right, 407-916-1041. Your 5 o'clock keyword is check, C-H-E-C-K. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at winning $1,000. Check, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure. When we get back, we're talking about testicles.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traffic slowing down on the express lanes of I-4 due to an accident eastbound near Florida's Turnpike. The right lane's blocked there. There's a crash affecting multiple lanes on John Young Parkway northbound near Millennia Boulevard. Keep an eye out for a car stopped on the shoulder, getting cleared up on the Greenway northbound before Red Bug Lake Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Takis Fuego meal. Wendy's new Takis Fuego meal is here with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich and small Fuego fries inspired by Takis Fuego chips with a 1-ounce Takis Fuego bag and a drink. Grab yours today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's while supplies last. Takis and Fuego are used under license.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Eustace Roofing. This is one of the easiest endorsements I have, and I'll tell you why. I literally dug for 2 days looking for some junk on these guys. Can't find it anywhere. This is one of the most reputable roofing companies in all of Central Florida. And by the way, it does say Eustace Roofing, but they do serve all of Central Florida. 1,000 5-star reviews. 2021's National Roofing Company of the Year. And when it comes to roofing, they know what they're doing. They've been doing it since 1959. Think about that. 65 years in the roofing business in the state of Florida, and you're still kicking. You got to be doing something right, and they do it all right. No interest financing is available. They serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts, meaning they manufacture that on site so it fits your home perfectly. They may be able to satisfy your insurance carrier by simply cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. It's EustaceRoofing.com. Call today and schedule your free estimate. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. It's Eustace Roofing.
I'm Charles. I got a bad back injury when a truck crashed into my car. You know those lawyer ads. All they talk about are themselves and money, money, money. I wanted the best doctors for my back. I called attorney Glenn Clausman. He got me to really good doctors, and I'm doing great. Glenn was always available to talk to. He got me a great settlement and quicker than I thought possible. Car crash? Call Clausman at 407-917-1718. KLAUSMAN law.com.
Office, Winter Park.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Eye Candy Energy Drink. Taste the sweet life. It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Maurice Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now. Like iHeart Comedy. Clips from today's top comedians.
I didn't learn about countries in school. I learned about Tennessee. I learned about the states that touched us in case they attacked.
And the greatest of all time.
So don't even tell me how to get to Sesame Street. Who would want to live in a neighborhood like that? 6-foot pigeons walking around?
Try something different. iHeart Comedy.
Women are gatherers. We like to gather information about you, and then we hunt you.
Open the app and make iHeart Comedy a preset now.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Tuesdays just got Mo better with Ross Padgett. Presented by JustCallMo.com. Miss part of the show? The Jim Colbert Show on demand. Available on the free iHeartRadio app. Still to come, the common sense financial advice you need. It's Only Money with Scott Brown. Today at 6:20 on the Jim Colbert Show.
What it do, Colbert crew? You know who? Your favorite teabag in the billows of the world. I had to be quiet because I can't actually crack a beer because it's in a glass. I'm at a dive bar right now. But today we raise a day that Jimmy should appreciate. Jim Jams, it's National Video Game Day.
Is it really?
Have a good show, y'all. Peace.
Didn't see that.
Good afternoon, morning, Colbert crew. All right, now that we're all back together, I can't tell you how much of a wicked good time everything was out in Mount Dora on last Thursday. The show was a ton of fun, great interviews. It was so awesome seeing all my old friends, meeting new friends. Always love making it out to Mount Dora. So I'll tell you what, can't wait till the next big get-together in August at the poker tournament. Big T out.
Big T's friend Swilly's cool as... Oh, I missed the F word there.
Oh,
wow.
dude.
Wow. Dude, I got to tell you, they rolled up with a posse. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That table front right there, or front left, they could let it loose. They were there deep.
That's their camping crew, dude.
They were there deep.
I hugged somebody and I was like, I don't know if it's sweat or rain, but I like it.
I was talking to Sabby today in our big meeting, Sabrina, of course, from the News Junkie, and we were kind of going over everybody's crowd. I know the Monsters had a good crowd, and a number of those crew, they went from show to show. They watched the Monsters, they went to the Whiskey Kitchen for the News Junkie, and then ended up with us out at the Yardery. And man, those guys, they stayed, because after the show was over, I stayed for another 2.5 hours, right at the fireworks time. and they were there the entire time. I can't imagine what their tab was. They never stopped drinking the entire time.
I wasn't thinking of their tab. I was thinking of their next day.
Oh, yeah, I don't care about that. They're going to be fine.
Man, that'd take 2 days to recover.
By the way, we had an error on the 5 o'clock keyword. It's actually bonus, bonus. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bonus, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Sorry about the issue there.
We were just testing you.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack.
See.
And Ross.
It's true.
Ross. We'll have some Ross thoughts today in just a little bit.
Banger.
It's Only Money coming up in a little bit as well. If you want to grab your tickets to Taste Central Florida, it's tastecfl.org. Grab your tickets. Hope to see you this Saturday for one of the biggest masses of great food and drink out there at the Orlando World Marriott.
That's taking care of two of the best organizations in Central Florida,
Really is.
Second Harvest Food Bank and the Coalition for the Homeless.
100%.
And you said 100% of the proceeds go to those organizations,
100%
right?
goes, yeah, 100%.
So you're not paying for administration costs, and it's going right to the people who need it.
None of it. You know, I was going to talk about this testicle story that I saw today.
You're not going to tease testicles and then not deliver.
Can I tell you, it's actually a fascinating story. It's in the BBC. It says the body parts evolution still can't explain. And testicle size per species is one of those things it's hard for science to explain. What part, by the way, it's this photograph that leads this story. What part of the human body do you believe they cannot explain with evolution? They don't know why we have it as a species. What do you think that is? Or what do you think it is? What body part?
The appendix?
That's a good one, but that's not it.
Gallbladder.
This is exterior.
Oh.
Wisdom teeth.
No.
I don't know.
Again, exterior.
I mean, I can see.
Well, they know breasts are for attraction.
Yes, and of course, yes.
Well, feeding, but I mean, you don't need big breasts to breastfeed.
Yeah.
Bigger breasts help you nail that father before you breastfeed. Ew. Not arms, not legs, not fingernails.
Can I tell you, it's so crazy. I think if I gave you a list of body parts to choose from, it would probably be the last thing that you would think, oh, no, wait, really? It's your chin. Scientists do not know why we as a species have a chin. It makes no sense to them.
That's fun.
Yeah, think about it. Do monkeys have chins?
I mean, I thought they did.
They don't, do they? Some of them do, but I mean, if they show a picture of a macaque here, it just goes from his mouth all the way under to his throat. It doesn't have like a pronounced chin per se that sticks out. It just you have a bone there, but it doesn't protrude like human chins.
I've never really appreciated my chin. I know I have a minor butt chin, and I cover it with the worst facial hair you can have.
Yeah.
I've never been a big fan of my butt chin.
I think you have a good chin. I think I have a pretty good chin. I think we have good chins on this show.
Yeah, but I like I said, man, it's got a butt, it's got a crevice, and I've kind of been mildly insecure about it.
It says here, the head of the story, by the way, if you want to check this out yourself, it says the body parts evolution still can't explain. Human testicles are much smaller in proportion to some of our primate cousins. Evolution can tell us why. But the size of other body parts is a little bit more of a mystery. It says the human body is a machine whose body parts, from the microscopic details of our cells to our limbs, eyes, liver, and brain, have been assembled in fits and starts over 4 billion years ago in our history. But they're puzzling over why we have a particular form. Why do humans uniquely have a chin?
Oh, my God. You are speaking big facts.
How about this? Why, relative to body weight, is the human testicle triple the size of a gorilla's, but a fifth of the size of a chimpanzee? Our testicles are 3 times the size of a gorilla's.
Yeah, don't forget it.
But 5 times smaller than a chimp's.
Explain that one.
You can forget that one.
They're actually
type of underwear we wear.
Well, we've known that gorillas, like the silverback, has the smallest penis compared to body size in the natural world, right?
And this 100 men versus a gorilla was a debate. We got him.
Why would you look at me and ask that?
You read a lot of stupid stuff like I do.
Okay,
I was
thank
hoping
you for that.
I was hoping you glanced onto something.
So I asked AI, because I'll be honest with you, a lot of the claims that you just threw out, I was like, how is that? We're the only ones with chins? 100%. Humans are the only animals with chins.
How about that?
No other species,
That's
not
right.
even other primates,
That's right.
have them.
Yeah.
I am a little shook.
And
I have to redefine what I call a chin. This is nuts.
It says, and it comes down to evolution. It says the size of primate testicles gives us a classic example. Abyssinian black and white colobus monkeys and bonnet macaque adult males are roughly the same size, but like chimps, humans, and gorillas, these similar monkeys have vastly dissimilar testicles. The colobus?
I don't know.
Testicles weigh just 3 grams. The testicles of a macaque weighs 48 grams. So
I'm just thinking of the scientists who had to go around the world, the natural world, measuring testicles.
Yeah, right, exactly.
How was work today, honey? That was nuts.
No, they do give you an explanation at the end of this of why they think that's the case. Why do you think that is? It's actually fascinating.
I think I'm there.
Why do you think that a chimpanzee or a bonobos monkey or any of these others have larger testicles than humans and gorillas, which have much bigger body sizes?
I think that's it.
It's not. It has nothing to do with the proportion of your body size.
Well, I think I know what Deb's trying to say is that when you're smaller,
right,
you need Napoleon syndrome.
Right, you need something to show off.
Are you 5'1"?
Yeah.
Then you got truck nuts. I think chimps got a little Napoleon syndrome. Gorilla don't have to. They have big D energy. They don't need anything else.
So you're actually kind of onto it. You're kind of onto it. So what it says is, why would a silverback be so lacking in the testicular and penile area of their life? Why would that be the case?
Never needed it to get any bigger.
That's exactly the case. They're dominant, and they usually mate with one or maybe one or two. So they don't really have to work hard to find a mate that they can have a baby with. Whereas bonobos monkeys and these other monkeys bang all crazy. The macaque monkeys, they bang a bunch. So they're trying to spread their seed through volume rather than having one particular partner that they're going to have sex with and produce an offspring that way. These other monkeys don't look at it like that. So they need more of what the testes produce because they're spreading more of that around in their habitat.
Gorillas basically are walking sentient. You don't put a bumper sticker on a Lamborghini.
Exactly right.
I'm good. I don't need to worry about anything.
Yeah, he ain't fighting nobody for that ass.
No.
Nobody's coming at a silverback for his old lady. Nobody's making that mistake. Ain't no macaque going to walk up to a silverback and smack him and go, where's your,
Yeah.
It says a small testicled silverback male gorilla has sole access to a harem. A big testicled, this is so great.
That's awesome.
A big testicled chimp and bonobos are indeed highly promiscuous. Dolphins, meanwhile, have the biggest mammalian testicles of all. Did you guys know that?
No.
Of all mammals, dolphins have the biggest nuts, making up as much as what percent of their total body weight? God almighty.
10.
I was about to say 10. I'll beat them to it. I'll go 11.
No, it's not quite there. 4%. So do the math real quick. I don't know. I weigh 220 pounds.
Yeah.
So, and that would mean
almost 10 pounds.
That my package would have 10-pound testicles if it was relative.
Yeah. I mean, that's a problem.
And by the way, it says wild dolphins' sex lives are naturally hard to study because spinner dolphins at least fit their expectations, engaging in mass mating events called wuzzles.
Who named it that? Why did you name it a Wonka chocolate product? That sounds like something that Willy Wonka sells.
It says, by the way, going back to the chin thing, no other mammal, even our closest cousins, the Neanderthals, had chins.
So, and then this is another thing. I'm reading theories right now about why we had chins. We legit are just throwing stuff at a wall to see why we have chins. And so one of them was a mechanical stress theory, talking about chewing forces, but that kind of got destroyed. That argument got destroyed because it's like we're not chewing concrete. We don't. So that got just made speech theory. It's supposed to maybe help with our speaking. That got destroyed. The best guess that I'm finding out, the best theory that I have for humans to have chins is a byproduct of our faces shrinking from over the time.
Wow.
That from the Neanderthals, they had a flatter face, or we have flatter faces, something like that. But over the thousands of years, when our faces changed, the byproduct was us having a chin.
I think it's because, we have to fold fitted sheets.
Yeah, that as well.
You can't do that without a chin.
That's
Towel.
evolution.
What am I going to rub when I'm thinking?
Exactly, or
If I
pull
don't have
on
a
the
chin.
hairs of your chinny chin chin.
And another theory about the chin is also what Deb was talking about is attractiveness. Listen, you've seen somebody with no chin.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is not
It is
good.
uncute.
It's really uncute.
Yeah. And I don't mean people out there with small chins. I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just saying.
You know it.
You got to find somebody who digs that.
Yeah. You're probably on your way to a very specific dating site, you know?
Yeah.
NoChin.com.
No chins are us.
No chins are us. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's called,
sorry.
the website's called easytogetyourshirton.com. I can't do the thinker.com.
There are some really bad chins out there. I don't like my chin. I don't.
I think you
I've
have a
never
fine chin. It's small, but you get that shaggy do thing on there, and it looks fine.
Yeah, that little tumbleweed he covers it with.
Yeah.
So bad.
Jack has a nice chin. Jack's got a good symmetrical face. I have an okay chin. Deb's got a beautiful chin, very cute, very petite.
But the chin is a trifecta. It's a trident. It's like a band. It's not just the chin. Chin, jowls, jawline.
Oh, yeah, all that. Mandible.
All of that comes into making a perfect symphony for the bottom half of your face.
Yeah.
And if one of them is weak, it is obvious.
I shaved my beard one time, and my wife looked at me, and she just went, no.
Oh, damn.
She just simply said no.
Because we're going to see a lot of that gobbler, right?
Yeah, you're going to see.
We're going to see that gobbler if you take off that chin hair, man.
Yeah.
Here's another, dude.
Don't say gobbler. Don't say it. Just don't say that word gobbler.
Here's another thing I'm insecure about. My neck. Neck is the first thing. I looked it up. Neck is the first thing that gets older.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
and it's the thing you can't do anything about.
Yeah, you're right, because here's the thing. If you want to see a woman's real age in Hollywood, don't look at her face.
Look at the neck.
Look at that neck, because that neck's telling the story.
Yeah. Sorry, Kris Jenner has found whatever doctor she went with. That doctor does not,
Oh, really?
Her neck, that's the first thing you look at. When everyone was talking about she's had the best plastic surgery ever, it was like, let me go take a look. My God, her neck looks amazing.
Pulled that thing up like an old sock?
I don't know, because they've always said that there was nothing that they could ever do about that.
Wow.
I'll tell you who has the worst neck in the game, and I can say this because we're not talking policy. It's Donald Trump. Donald Trump's neck
is a mess.
Give it another look, dude.
I've never paid attention
to
it.
Think of Fat Bastard and Austin Powers.
She's not that far off.
When Fat Bastard loses all that weight, and they congratulate him, and he says, "Yeah, but my neck looks like a."
Yeah. I know.
He's got a gnarly gobbler, man. That thing is wild.
Yeah. His neck is uncircumcised.
The first term, I was like, no problems with it. This last couple weeks, I'm like, yo, that's triple gravity on that thing.
Yeah.
Pull up those old pantyhose, my man.
Where's the little man on the boat?
All right, 407-916-1041. Don't forget your 5 o'clock keyword is bonus, BONUS. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Load them up, guys. It's time for trivia.
Do you want to play a game? Good. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is next. Call now, 407-916-1041.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Magic are rewarding forward Paolo Banchero. It's a 5-year max deal. The contract could reach up to nearly $290 million with incentives. Florida football's got another blue-chip recruit in their 2026 class after they got a commitment from 4-star linebacker Malik Morris on Monday. And NCAA basketball tourney officials are meeting this week, and they'll discuss expanding March Madness to 76 teams for the men and the women. I'm Scott Davidson.
The Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are back with offers on vehicles like the 2025 E-Class, CLE Coupe, C-Class, and EQE Sedan. Hurry in now through July 31st. Visit your local authorized dealer or learn more at mbusa.com/dream.
Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers, guys. Of course, Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment. Now, these guys are offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for you and and your landscaping needs. And check this out. How about 0% financing and instant rebates on select steel mowers? And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your steel equipment every single day. Steel zero-turn mowers now available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the Tariff Sheriff. See, at RC Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, Deland and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Join the iHeart Orlando Street Team for a special 7-11 day complimentary sampling of Eye Candy Energy Drink this Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the 7-Eleven 12381 West Colonial Drive in Winter Garden.
Eye Candy Energy Drink.
I'm Keith LeClaire, founder and owner of International Diamond Center.
Want to hear a great American dream story? Get Keith LeClaire talking about starting IDC over 40 years ago with a few $100s and some gold chains.
I started this business with 8 gold chains. Now we have inventory valued at well over $200 million and over 500,000 satisfied customers.
Indeed, IDC has earned a stellar reputation in the national jewelry industry, able to attract the finest brands and command the best supplier pricing.
People here trust us because we are the real deal. Best product, fair pricing, ironclad warranties, and no pressure atmosphere.
A big part of that success is staying true to Keith's core values: integrity, honesty, transparency, and a genuine, unwavering commitment to customer care.
Part of the blessing of being in this business is we get to share in these happy points of other people's lives. My job is to continue to protect you today, tomorrow, and God willing, 3 generations down.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs Mall of Millennia and Waterford Lakes.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Stuck in a car you hate? We'll set you free, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Are you worried about long-term injuries after an accident? I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Before you settle, know your rights and know your options. Visit justcallmo.com. Let's make sure you're covered. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
This is Monster Jam.
Get ready for massive stunts, crazy skills, featuring Grave Digger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Big time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Kia Center August 2nd and 3rd. Brought to you by BKT Tires, your local Ford dealers, and Morgan & Morgan.
Mecum Auctions returns to Kissimmee July 9th through 12th with 1,500 vehicles up for auction, including muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, trucks, exotics, hot rods, customs, and more. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Become a bidder and get ready to bring home your dream car. Registration and tickets are available at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
They won't tell you this, but your pets are pretty lonely when you leave. No worries. We'll keep them company. Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
The Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Some really nice compliments on the texting service, guys. Appreciate that very much. We work hard to make the show as fun as possible for you guys. So when you acknowledge that, we really appreciate it. So thank you very much for the kind words. 77031, that's how you text us. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack.
Yo.
And Ross as well.
It's true.
Speaking of Jack, let's find out what's in the old Jackie sack.
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. By the way, how badass was it that when we did that live, everybody in the audience knew exactly what it was?
Yeah, that was good.
It was very cool.
That was a lot of fun. In the Jackie Sack right now, I have 4 tickets. That's the whole family you could take.
Okay.
To the Orlando Science Center.
Nice.
Baby, they're doing DC Superheroes. Discover Your Superpowers is an interactive, action-packed exhibit now at the Orlando Science Center. They've got cool science to beat the summer heat. Cool thing to do this summer with the kids. Go to osc.org for more. Also, in the Jackie Sack, you've heard about it a lot today. It's happening this Saturday. A pair of tickets to Taste Central Florida.
How about that, man?
All right. It's at the Orlando World Center Marriott, Taste Central Florida, the area's most anticipated culinary event. And it returns this Saturday, July 12th. Again, if you want tickets or just event details, go to tastecfl.org. That's tastecfl.org. It's a great prize, and it's up for grabs for today's winner of JCS Trivia.
So it's back to you, clickety-clack.
1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5.
Let's go 4.
4 is Jeff. Jeff, how you doing?
How you doing, buddy? Thank you. Very
Doing good, buddy. Want to play a little game with us?
I would love to.
Let's do it.
Game show.
All right, Jeff, this is a very easy game, buddy. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is a lie.
No.
Trying to fool you, buddy, but if you can see through it and you can find the right one, I'll send you over to the Jackie Sack where some cool stuff awaits. Here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
On this day in 1648, that's 1648, the very first confirmed... The very first confirmed death by tornado was recorded in America.
Whoa.
That's right, in 1648. Here are 3 fun facts about tornadoes and 1 twisted lie.
Oh.
All right, we're talking about tornadoes, buddy. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, on average, tornadoes are responsible for 120 deaths and 1,700 injuries every year in the U.S. Number 2, tornadoes can happen anywhere in the world, but 75% of all tornadoes happen right here in the U.S. Number 3, the deadliest tornado ever occurred in Bangladesh in 1989. It traveled through 20 villages and killed 1,300 people. Or lastly, tornadoes are the fastest naturally occurring winds on Earth. Which of those is a lie?
2.
No, that's absolutely true. All the tornadoes that happen in the world, 75% of them happen right here in the USA.
Which is why it's such a weather anomaly to the rest of the world.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. All right, 1, 3, or 5?
3.
3 is right there. That is Stacy. Stacy, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. We're talking about tornadoes, Stacy. Which one of these is untrue? Number one, on average, tornadoes are responsible for 120 deaths and 1,700 injuries every year in the U.S. Number two, the deadliest tornado ever occurred in Bangladesh in 1989. It traveled through 20 villages and killed 1,300 people. Or lastly, tornadoes are the fastest naturally occurring winds on Earth.
Number three.
No, that's absolutely true. Tornadoes, and I have to tell you, that one kind of surprised me a little bit because I thought some of those winds that happened up in the mountains, like up in Everest and that area there, got up to some ungodly, in Antarctica, I guess. They get some insane winds that come across that plateau there.
Even hurricane winds.
Yeah, for sure. But these guys get up to like 300 miles an hour on the reg. 1 or 5?
Let's go 1.
Run. Jay, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. How about y'all?
Good, buddy. We're talking about tornadoes, and you have a 50-50 shot
no
at
pressure.
making it over to the Jackie Sack. Here we go. On average, tornadoes are responsible for 120 deaths and 1,700 injuries every year in the U.S. Or lastly, the deadliest tornado ever occurred in Bangladesh in 1989, traveling through 20 villages and killing 1,300 people.
I'm going to go the last one.
No, dude, that's absolutely true.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was the lie.
And the reason why I chose that one is because the one right before it said that 75% of all of them happen in the U.S.
Right.
So it's kind of a bait and switch there. And then, of course, Steve. How you doing, Steve?
I'm good. How are you doing?
You're doing really good. Now, tell me if this is true or not. On average, tornadoes are responsible for 120 deaths and 1,700 injuries every year.
I'm going to say that's not true.
It's not true.
Yay!
It's 70 deaths and 1,500 injuries every year. You're a winner, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold.
Congratulations,
and
Steve.
Get rid of that phone of yours.
There's that cricket you were talking about.
Yeah, no joke. Made it all the way to the bottom. Nobody says a word, huh?
No, the puzzle master.
master,
The
nothing?
puzzle master.
I'm not the wuzzle master.
You got lucky today.
Not the wuzzle master. Who names a dolphin orgy wuzzle?
I don't know, but you never want to say you're not a wuzzle master.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, all right.
Well, that's the show title now.
Yeah. What percent of tornadoes that occur in the U.S. happen between April 1st and June 30th?
What was the first part of that question?
What percentage of tornadoes that occur in the U.S. happen between April 1st and June 30th? What percentage?
92.
40.
All of them.
80%.
Wow.
80% happen in that short period of time.
Yeah?
Let's go. In 1928... In 1928, a Kansas tornado, when it was all said and done, they found chickens that had their feathers blown out of their skin from the tornado winds. The strongest winds in a tornado are closest to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, where it's tightest.
It's
right?
tightest, right? Yeah, you're spinning the tightest. And then lastly here, an interesting phenomenon that never gets talked about with tornadoes is the air pressure drop that happens near them. Matter of fact, it can be so bad, it can rupture your eardrums.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
If you happen to be close to one, even in one of those cellars, apparently the air pressure drops so much that it can bust your eardrums.
Lose your double wide and your hearing.
Oh, that'd be
Bad
terrible.
day.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember being told that, like, if it wasn't for the things inside of the tornado, it would actually kind of be a fun ride.
That's the old Ron White bit, right?
Is it?
Yeah. Ron White bits. He talks about a guy working out, and he's when the hurricanes come, he's sticking around because he works out. He goes, I don't care how many push-ups you do. It's not that the wind is blowing. It's what the wind is blowing.
Yeah.
When you get hit with a Volvo,
you lose.
Your push-up count doesn't really matter. What's coming up for thoughts?
I'm so excited because watch this for a tease. What global market was valued at $442 million just 2 years ago in 2023 and is projected to nearly double to $913 million by 2030? This market has a grip on me, and I can't wait to start the movement.
We'll do that next.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with Night 2 of the Mount Dora Summer Night Series with Ryan Holmes from the Monsters in the Morning, July 12th. Details at realradio.fm/comedy.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Besides the normal congestion throughout the major roadways, there's a couple things to watch out for to make your ride as bearable as possible this afternoon. Avoid Apopka Vineland Road southbound at Hotel Plaza Boulevard. There's emergency construction there. All lanes are blocked on the express lanes of I-4 eastbound. Before Florida's Turnpike, there's a crash on Orange Blossom Trail near I-4 causing a bit of commotion. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Guys, you upgrade your phone, you upgrade your car, so why would you still be stuck with outdated vision? Glasses and contacts, man, that's old tech. At the Filatowski Eye Institute, they bring you the ultimate upgraded, clearer vision every single day. So ditch the hassle, level up your life, and schedule your free consultation today with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Simply dial pound 250 and say better vision. That's pound 250, keyword better vision.
Imagine yourself winning $1,000 this summer. Would you do a beach weekend? Upgrade your phone? Commission a custom portrait of yourself? Hey, we're not here to judge. We are here to give you that chance to get $1,000 in your hand. 13 times each weekday. Hear keyword, enter website, answer phone. We are the best at this, and you are in the right place. Real Radio 104.1. This national contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, Deland and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Hey, fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Again, thanks for tuning in today, guys. We appreciate that. If you love the show, tell somebody about it. And if you have the iHeartRadio app, make us your very first preset. That is a big help. Also, if you check us out on YouTube or any of our content, make sure to give us a like and subscribe. Also, a gigantic help to us that costs you nothing. And it is a big plus for us here at Real Radio 104.1. So we thank you for doing all those things in advance.
Thank you.
Your 6 o'clock keyword is bank, B-A-N-K. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000, guys. Bank, B-A-N-K. That is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yep.
And Ross has some thoughts.
It's weird.
Just be a man.
It's funny.
Yeah, I'm not good.
Sometimes.
I'm not good at doing that.
It's Ross. Spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
Ross Thoughts is brought to you by Personal. That guy needs to call Mo DeWitt. That sounds like a slip and fall. That's what that sounds like. That's right. Ross Thoughts is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. He's always sponsoring everything local, and he is very, very local. He's awesome. Thank you so much for having me be here today, Mr. Mo DeWitt. So let me just drop a couple of cold hard facts. I dropped a fact on you right before on the tease, right? Yeah. How about this? How about doing $200 million in annual sales in 2023, being available in 25,000 U.S. stores, and then doubling that by 2025?
That's pretty darn good.
What do you guys think I'm talking about?
And you said it's available in 25,000 stores.
It is one of, if not the trendiest thing that we are consuming as a country.
I know exactly what it is.
Let me give you a story. I get done with mowing the lawn. I mow the lawn. I see my wife's drink. I pick up that drink. As a joke, I chug it because I'm a man. And I thought it would be funny. She did not find it funny. Because what I did not know, what the hell I was drinking.
Okay.
And I found out I was drinking a cream soda.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Very good.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what kind of cream soda this was. I thought cream soda was just cream soda. Nay, Jim, nay.
Yeah. That's old school, too.
That's old school.
It is old.
Yeah. And it's filled with education. School. So, I chug this thing. She goes, no, don't. And I chug it more. She goes, no, it's expensive. I go, whatever. We're doing all right. And then I look and I realize it is a prebiotic soda.
They are expensive.
Jim, what you know about these prebiotic sodas?
Prebiotic?
And probiotic sodas.
Poppy.
Poppy. Yeah, they cost like 3 to 4 times what a regular soda does.
Really?
Yeah.
So that thing's like $7, $8?
Dude, I slammed this thing. I think it's like $3 a can.
Yeah.
Even if you buy them like in a 12-pack, they're close to $3 a pop.
Yes.
I think nothing of it. I don't know anything about prebiotics, postbiotics,
Just
biotics, anything with biology. I struggled in that class. I go ahead, I chug this thing. Next morning, my life changed.
How did that change?
Oh,
I didn't know what these drinks are known for, dude. I thought these were just hot girl drinks. I'm here to tell all the men who are listening to this, you got to rip an Olipop, dude. You got to flop on some Olipop.
What is an Olipop? What are you even saying, man?
He doesn't know. You're about to see a new light, my friend. We got to get you a prebiotic soda, and you will have an exorcism 15 hours later.
What is the exorcism?
Oh, yeah. Huh? Oh, it's not even that. It's different. It is that.
Okay, so hold on for a second. It's a prebiotic. It's a soda.
Yep.
And it makes you...
Oh, yeah. And the reason why...
Evacuate.
It has plant-based fibers.
Oh,
I know this sounds like a commercial. I don't even care what product it is now. I'm addicted to prebiotic sodas because they literally make me feel lighter in the afternoon.
I'm on their website right now. It says Poppy contains prebiotics, which are fibers that can help nourish beneficial bacteria in the gut. Known for low sugar content. That's good.
It's got like 20 calories, and I'm slamming these cream sodas, Jim. You can't stop me.
Most flavors contain 5 grams of sugar or less.
Not much.
Strawberry lemon, cherry limeade, and Doc Pop. Is that the one you had? Doc Pop? Is that the cream soda version?
No. That's just their Dr. Pepper thing.
Yeah, they advertise it as like the first soda that's healthy or good for you.
Oh, really? It's a Pepsi product, by the way.
Coca-Cola just bought Poppy, I think.
Yeah, for like a ton of money because
yeah.
they were like, well, that's the future.
Yeah, it is. That's where, I mean, you see the commercials of the young moms going to the movie theater and the kids want a soda.
It is different. Deb.
The colors on these cans are ridiculous.
They're fun and pastel.
But not if they're going to make you,
Yeah, but you're supposed to do that.
Not have a blowout.
Not a blowout when no one's rocking diapers and onesies here.
Maybe for him, he's been holding stuff back for a few years.
Exactly.
I need this.
You do need this.
I eat a lot of salads, dude. I get,
Well, no, that should be all right.
Yeah, but it doesn't work like that because they have a lot of cabbage in them. And that winds up getting caught up in there.
I'm a different man. I started running again.
Did you really?
I started drinking these prebiotic sodas, and now this happened probably like 2 weeks ago. I am being for real.
Why? Because you have like jet propulsion now?
Yeah, dude, I feel like a little bit.
Not carrying that load.
I feel a little bit better. I'm pretty sure I had a cheese stick from '98 from my childhood.
It came out without a bite mark.
I looked at it.
Like he swallowed it whole like a pelican.
If you look at the back of these cans, Deb, they are like 30% dietary fiber.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's good. I am telling you, this is...
Okay, so hold on now.
Someone said they tricked their husband.
Oh, really?
And he nearly pooped himself.
He deserves that.
Somebody just texted and said that girls in the sex industry drink these before they do certain scenes.
That checks out.
To make sure that there's
that
there are no accidents during the scene. If you feel me.
It makes,
Jack feels me. He's looking at me with his weird eyes.
As someone who was pre-prebiotic and now I am post-prebiotic, I can tell you, the porn stars are onto something. You got to try one of these, Jim. And then the next morning, it's a health.
Is that how? Is it okay? So let me ask this question because I'm fascinated with this because I do sometimes have to take some help when it comes to that scenario.
Right? It's a serious thing.
Listen, it happens to everybody, Jack. I'm not a lesser man.
Okay.
I'm not a silverback over here. I'm more like a wuzzle.
But you're trying to care.
The wuzzle master.
And I will draw the line to me liking prebiotic sodas to becoming a father. just carrying a little bit more. And it's a fun time.
How long does it take? Let's say I were to drink the soda right now. Would I make it home?
Yes.
Oh, I would. So how many
Tomorrow.
hours? Tomorrow. Okay.
I think tomorrow morning. And that's like,
How much time before? And these are important things.
Yeah.
So how much time before you feel that rumble? Is it one of those situations where, have you ever taken a drug called Linzess?
No.
There's a drug when you, listen.
Would you
hold on.
like to?
Listen.
Witness Linzess?
$5 a pill. How much you need?
It's Linzess, right? So what that's for is like when you're going to have a checkup in that area of your body, they give you this Linzess, and everything goes. But when it comes on, you have 0.4 seconds to make it to the bathroom. Is this that scenario?
No.
Okay, plenty of time.
Not even plenty of time. It's like, all right, the regular time that I do that part of being a human is now like infinitely better, to the point where I have looked at the last, handful of years and been like, man, I have not been doing great in this aspect of life. And you know what brought me here, though, is because I realized about halfway through a week, I was like, I don't know if I've done that. And then I thought, like, I had a lot of chicken parm sandwiches this week, and then I added 2 and 2 together, ripped one of these things, game changer. I also looked it up, prebiotics, and the difference with prebiotics and probiotics. Prebiotics, fertilizer for good bacteria for your gut.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says, yeah.
Probiotics is the actual good bacteria.
Oh, gotcha, okay. So they come in, this one is in 6 flavors: Alpine Blast, Punch Pop, Strawberry Lemon, Orange Cream, Cherry Limeade, and Wild Berry.
Now I'm trying to just take the damn vitamins.
This website looks like a Nickelodeon website. There's so many pinks and fuchsias and purples. I mean, it's like super bright. Like it seems like a kid's thing.
You haven't seen it's advertised as a healthy soda.
I've not seen it, buddy.
Yeah, it's advertised. I'm just letting you know that it's a BC AC moment for good old sauce over here.
I wasn't aware of the laxative factor.
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the thing that brings me. You show up for the flavor. You come back for the laxative impact.
Oh, yeah.
That's my experience.
That's the name of the show, Laxative Impact.
No, still Wuzzle Master.
All right, there you go.
I got Who's the Wuzzle Master now.
I don't know. And
I can't get over this website. It literally looks like a child's website. It is just right.
Poppy? Are you on Poppy?
Yeah, drinkpoppy.com.
And then the main topic that I would also like to conclude this segment with is, listen up, men. There's going to be people like Jim who makes fun of you because you drink little hot girl kid drinks.
Oh, and the chick they have on here is, she's a good-looking girl.
Dude, I've yet to see anybody mildly unattractive with one of these things.
Founded by a woman, Allison Ellsworth.
I think they also did a Shark Tank thing, and then I don't even know if they did a deal. All I know is that I'm on level 2, and I'm inviting you guys.
She actually built this product because she wanted to break up with soda. She wanted to stop drinking soda, the bad ones, so she created this instead.
You can save 37% off for Prime Day, which started today.
Really?
We're in the Amazon Prime Day started today. What up, 37%?
Just saying.
I mean, look, man, they have all the influencers you could possibly want from like that new generation: Post Malone, Hailey Bieber, Kylie Jenner, Billie Eilish, J-Lo, Olivia Munn, all these people.
I am so curious with your experience with this because I genuinely think of all the people, Jim, you need it.
14 flavors. They only have 6 up there. 14 flavors.
Does it come off as backed up to you?
Absolutely.
Oh, they have root beer. Is that the one you had?
Like a bottle of champagne over there.
Cream soda. Oh, there's the cream soda.
You need to pop your poppy.
Do one. Do me a favor.
I'll get one.
Yeah.
I'll
Chug
drink,
it.
I'll drink it on the show.
Yeah, and then in the morning, I think you'll be happy.
We'll get the
update the next day.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening the day.
I'm going to eat a head of cabbage, then drink one of these and come sit right next to Deb.
Be a man. Drink some pastel, sugar-free.
You are not going to want to close your eyes that night.
Those are your Ross thoughts. It's okay to drink them. Just do it secretly in your home. I'm out. Peace.
You got it, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text 77031. Bank is your 6 o'clock keyword. That's BANK. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Our buddy Scott Brown up next with It's Only Money.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Lance Bass, by the way, the spokesperson for gays.
If he's the spokesperson for gays, who's the spokesperson for lesbians?
It was Ellen Page, but
You lost her in a trade.
Be up for that.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
The left lane's blocked on the Greenway southbound before Lake Jessup Bridge. There's a crash getting cleared up on State Road 46 westbound at Lake Mary Boulevard. All lanes are blocked on the express lanes of I-4 eastbound before Grand National. There's a crash on the express lanes eastbound before Ivanhoe Boulevard getting cleared up. Multiple lanes are blocked on the Greenway northbound before Orange Blossom Trail. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. The FIFA Club World Cup Championship is this Sunday, July 13th at MetLife Stadium. One thing's clear. You won't want to miss this epic matchup. Get your tickets now at FIFA.com/tickets. FIFA Club World Cup. The world is watching.
Man, if you need a roof, let me tell you, Eustis Roofing is waiting for your call right now. And look, it is named Eustis Roofing, no question, but they do serve all of Central Florida. And how about these accolades? 4.9 Google rating with over 1,000 reviews. In 2021, they were the National Roofing Company of the Year. And I'll tell you one thing immediately. The minute they get on your property and they get out of their truck, you'll know you hired the right people. They just look like roofers, man. Been doing it since 1959, 65 years in the roofing business in Florida is bananas, and these guys keep on going. No interest financing. They are metal roofing experts, which means they manufacture that on site so it fits your home perfectly. And they may be able to satisfy your insurance carrier by cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. Just get them on your property for a quote today. Visit EustisRoofing.com to schedule your free estimate. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. It's Eustis Roofing.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Escape to poolside paradise at MGM Resorts in Las Vegas. Sip on a refreshing cocktail. Lounge in a luxury cabana. Earn on nonstop fun with MGM Rewards. Book a sizzling summer escape today. Visit MGMRewards.com for details.
Are you tired of watching your electric bill rise every month? Take control of your energy with Sunwave Energy. Imagine paying less every month while protecting yourself against future rate increases. Call Sunwave Energy now. 407-634-5000. That's 407-634-5000.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that. We provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors to help keep you on track from day one. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and zero security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA. Includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
People today want quality. They want something that's going to last.
International Diamond Center owner Keith LeClaire talking about the difference between a handcrafted designer ring and the overseas knockoffs you see at most jewelry stores.
When you come here, you don't have to settle for a cookie cutter ring that's being made by the masses.
It's true. IDC has been chosen by the top bridal designers to be their only authorized retailer here. Names like Tacori, Verragio, Simon G, A. Jaffe, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more. American-made rings of the highest quality and lasting value.
We're able to offer brands that other jewelers tried to get over and over and over again. These brands are known, respected, they deliver a quality product for a fair valued price.
So you don't have to compromise. At IDC, you will always be guaranteed a real, natural, rare diamond showcased in a handcrafted ring with exceptional craftsmanship. It's all part of the IDC experience.
People here trust us because we are the real deal.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Millennium Mall, and Waterford.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
All right, if you're building your perfect summer playlist, just open the iHeartRadio app because we've got all the summer vibes you need. We have every playlist and station you could want for pool days, road trips, beach hangs, all of it. Plus, Dollywood Radio is now on iHeartRadio. Yes, the park you know and love has its own radio station. So yeah, your summer soundtrack, we got it handled.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Jimmy, Richard from Castleberry. Hey, I just got the bad news this morning. We shop at the Super Mega Winn-Dixie in Oviedo, which is just an amazing store. And they tell me that it's going to become an Aldi. Jack will be happy, but I'm very disappointed. Well, anyway, have a great day.
Thanks,
have
buddy.
a great show. Bye.
JCS crew, what's up, my brother? If this kid is not standing in the White House in the next 3 months collecting the Congressional Medal of Honor, somebody's got an ego someplace. And this whole signal thing is going to start blowing up in people's faces. I told you, man, they got more information than people know.
Yeah.
So, check this out, brother. So I left Home Depot like 20 plus years ago, right? And I left like one share of stock. I think it was like $20. I just got a check for $700.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Oh, Jimmy, this just affirms what I've told you a bunch of times now. You can, mess with me for being short, rag on me. Big T's as big as an elf. He's a cockroach. That's fine, because, Big T out.
That's funny, dude. Good job, buddy. Good seeing you and your buddies this past week at Mount Laura. It was a lot of fun. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. Bank is your 6 o'clock keyword. That's BANK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bank, guys. That's the word. Go get that cash. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Ross Daddy's here.
Great talkback, Big T.
Very good.
That was the funniest talkback ID's ever left.
All right, let's do It's Only Money.
Helping people passionate about planning for their future rise above investment myths to build real wealth.
Isn't that really just common sense financial advice?
It's both.
Oh, okay.
It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Good laugh, everybody. Scott Brown, Edgewater Family Wealth, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. 38 plus years here in Orlando as a fiduciary, providing solid portfolio advice for people who want to make their money last and grow. What's up, Scott? Good to see you, buddy.
It's good to be seen. It's, just another beautiful day in South Carolina. Enjoying although how hot is it there?
It's very, very hot, buddy. Today was a very hot day in the low 90s with feels likes into the low hundreds.
Yeah, we're in the mid 80s here, so it's not quite as bad. Although it does get hot here. I have to say I'm a little surprised by the heat. When I got the brochure to get this place, they didn't tell me that it was hot here too.
It is in the South. It says it right there in the name.
All right, that's fair. I probably should have read the fine print.
All right, Scott calls us every single Tuesday around 6:20 or so to discuss some financial moves that you could make. His company, Edgewater Family Wealth, right there on Edgewater Drive, has been there for years. I mean, 3+ decades, and again, dishing out some sage advice so that you, again, can make your money last and, plan for a really nice retirement after you're done working. Scott, I know you always bring a couple things to talk about. You ready to get to it?
Let's do it.
Here we go. The difference between being prepared and prediction.
Yeah, so the problem with predictions, not only for average people, but for the quote-unquote professionals, is they're almost always wrong. So when you start with an idea that is likely to be wrong and then you marry that idea, I think a lot of people, when people meet me and they find out what I do for a living, they can't help themselves but, kind of give me their insight, quote unquote, to what the market's, Scott, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a good year. I think it'll be like 25%.
Oh my God.
And then the next guy walks up and he's like, dude, it's over. It's all going to fall apart. That's the end. Stock market's going to zero, right? So both of these people, not only do they have ridiculous predictions that are definitely not going to be right, but they're married to their own prediction. So when they do their preparation or supposed preparation, when they're planning their financial whether they're planning to protect themselves in a downturn, they're protecting for a layoff or for some unforeseen event, they're married to their own prediction. And their own prediction is likely to be wrong. And I say that because if you look at economists every year, the economists throughout the country, for all the major firms, Morgan Stanley, UBS, Goldman Sachs, whoever it is, they all come out with their predictions. And they are notoriously terrible. Very few of them even come close to whatever is going to happen. So if you, the average person who has a different job and isn't mired in this stuff all day long, like these other people, if they get it wrong, you're certainly probably not going to get it right. And what I tell people is, look, be prepared for any outcome. Be prepared for if things go well. Have some money invested long-term, stocks, bonds, whatever it is. Have enough cash on the sideline that is there for you and prepares you for some event you didn't see. The car blows up, the roof blows off, something unforeseen happens medically. And a lot of times people will say, Scott, well, what's the perfect amount of cash to have on hand? And I used to struggle with this question because I don't think it's a set amount. I think it's different for everybody, but it should feel, I heard this from Morgan Housel the other day. He's a pretty famous financial writer. And he said, you should have enough in savings that it makes you a little uncomfortable. And what I mean by that is you have so much saved up to protect you that half the time you're thinking, should I take a little of that and invest it? Right?
Yeah.
Should I invest it long term? And the answer, because a lot of times people will come to me and say, Scott, I got $7,000. Should I invest it? And I say, well, what's your slush fund? How much money do you have in the bank in a safe place that's really boring that you can get at right away should something very bad happen? And they'll say, well, I don't really have much there. And I'm like, then don't give me that money. I don't want that money.
Right,
I don't want you to invest that money. Because the other thing a slush fund does, or the protection or preparation for these purposes, the preparation does is if you have short-term money, if you have cash, enough cash to protect you in a downturn, what it does is it keeps you out of your long-term money, right? Because people who get overzealous and they put every dime they have in the 401k, which I appreciate the sentiment. I really do. I appreciate what you think you're doing. But the second something goes wrong, guess where you got to go?
Yeah, for sure, long term.
You got to go to the 401k money,
That's right.
Which maybe the market's down, maybe the market's not down. There are tax implications, there are penalties, there's all kinds of problems, not to mention the fact that you're interrupting the compounding you set out to do in the first place.
Yeah, and that's you know what the funny thing is and when you said the erroneous information, the first thing I thought was, man, I bet doing your job these days is half the numbers and half convincing people what they saw on Instagram or TikTok isn't real. Because that's the thing I see. Because I'm telling you, probably 10% of all the information I see on social is financially related. Whether you should be in or out of Bitcoin, you should be buying or not buying gold, you should be diverting money from your 401k, you shouldn't be into long-term or short-term buy. Everyone is an analyst and everyone knows everything. And I bet you having to fight those people who put a lot of faith in that information has to be crazy.
Scott, I have a question because this is a rule that I've lived by, and so far, it has treated me pretty well. I have never spent more than 50% of my money ever since I've ever made a paycheck. I've always been so scared to lose, or not lose, but spend half of my total worth on literally anything. So if I have $5,000, I would not ever spend anything over $2,500. Is that dumb? Or if it ain't broke, should I just keep working it?
So what you mean, Ross, is are you talking about your income? So if you make, let's say somebody makes $50,000 a year, you would never spend more than 25, or are you talking about money that you've saved up?
Money that I saved up.
Yeah, money on hand.
Yeah. So, I mean, no, I think that's wonderful. I mean, I think conservative is okay. A lot of people, especially young people your age, Ross, there's a lot of pressure to be brilliant at something very few people are brilliant at, if any, which is picking investments, knowing exactly how much you should spend. Here's the problem. Everybody wants to assign their issues to you. Well, Ross, that's dumb. You got $5,000, spend 4 of it. Go have a good time. But that doesn't make you comfortable.
No.
Who cares what they think, right? So I think a lot of times we also are using TikTok, Instagram, or whatever it is, whatever you're subscribing to, there is so much bad information out there. It used to be there was no information, then there was a little bit of good information. Now most of the information out there is nonsense. Somebody's trying to sell you something. And here's a rule of thumb. If somebody's trying to get you to buy something based on fear, if they're trying to scare you into buying, like you're the great 401k ripoff, gold is going to be the only currency.
Right.
If you don't have Bitcoin, you're doomed, right? If any purchase or any potential purchase you're led to by fear, you should walk away every single time, because you should never make an investment based out of fear.
And no one should try to sell you something based out of fear. That's also another indicator that you're into something you maybe don't understand.
How would those good options and good choices, what would they sound like when if based out of fear is not good? Is the flip side of that coin like
just based out of information?
Information, but options, like is the narrative like, well, we could do this if you're looking for that, or we could do that if you're looking for this.
But the idea of what he does, I think, is looking at your portfolio and helping you make the decision for you. Like in your case, I would say, I would think that Scott would look at your portfolio and go, hey, look, if I was you, I would do this. But I don't know. Is that how you do it?
Well, yes and no. So first you have to back up. You have to find the need. What is the need, right? If you say, Scott, I'm trying to save money for retirement. I want to retire at age 60. I want to have this much money. Then I'm going to work backwards and say, well, this is how much you need to save. This is the ideal rate of return we want to earn. Knowing those two things, then we talk about how to design a portfolio, right? Because if I say to you, Ross, look, you're going to be home free if you earn 2%. Should we put all our money in aggressive stocks? Probably not, right? But if I say to you, look, Ross, the only hope you have is for us to try to get 7 or 8% a year, then I'm going to be forced to pick, as you would be, forced to pick more aggressive investments. Doesn't make them bad, doesn't make them good. It just means, what do we need for the recipe? And until we understand that data, we can't make a recommendation.
And with the foundation of plans, how much are deadlines part of your business model?
But deadlines in terms of...
Because if we're creating a 5-year plan, then it like little check marks throughout it, because you're creating, year-long plans that you have to, we're looking for this at this moment and this and at that moment at year 2 or year 3, year 4. Yeah, man.
Yeah, 100%. There are checks and balances every year. So if you walk in and I say to you, look, Ross, you got a 92% chance of being successful at this, and then I never see you again, that's not helpful.
No.
Right? Because things change, markets change, socioeconomic factors change, the Fed changes, the administration changes, right? So what I do with my clients is they come in, we do a very thorough look under the hood. We say, the data tells us you need to earn this rate of return for this long, and we need to use these types of securities to get there. Then the next year, they come in again, and I say, well, your percentage of success just dropped from 92 to 85. Let's see why. Did you spend some money you said you weren't going to spend? Did you not save what you said you were going to save? Did the markets do poorly? So a lot of people listening to this have done some planning, but it's not done in a vacuum. You can't do it once and forget it. It's an ongoing thing. So for my clients who are accumulating wealth towards retirement, I make them do it once a year. For my clients who are already retired and spending out of their wealth, I make them do it twice a year.
That makes
because
sense.
I want to know, every 6 months, I want to know, are they on track? Are they not on track? And if they're not, why? And if they are, fine.
We have 1 minute, Scott. Market crashes are not a feature. They are a feature, not a bug.
Yeah, so, it's coming. Look, I don't know when. I don't know if it's today. I don't know if it's tomorrow. I don't know if it's 3 years from now. We are going to have a 20% drop, just like we did in March of 2020, just like we did in December of 18. And what I want people to know when they invest money is a feature, not a bug, right? When the markets drop, with that, absent that risk and that drop, you're not going to earn the 7, 8, 9, 10% a year that you're trying to earn. So how you react to that drop, understand that that's going to determine your outcome. The drop isn't going to determine your outcome. Your reaction to the drop is going to determine your outcome.
Right. If you freak out, it could be bad news. Look, I know that people can make a consultation with you so they can discuss all these things, edgewaterfamilywealth.com, and you have a couple books as well.
We do. I have my book, I Never Made Anybody Rich, which is kind of a fabled, several chapters on various client interactions I've had over the years and interactions I've had with people that were both successful and unsuccessful. You can get that at edgewaterfamilywealth.com. And then we have I Got a Guy, which is a guide to using a financial advisor. So whether you use us or you use somebody else, you can download that guide or get it from us for free. If you want to consult, again, edgewaterfamilywealth.com.
Good seeing you, buddy. Give it up. Good enough for Scott Brown. EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Go check him out. Scott, good seeing you, buddy. Have a good week, man.
You too.
You got it, buddy.
Care.
All right, 407-916-1041. Don't forget, bank is your 6 o'clock keyword. Deb, what do you have for you? Heard it here first.
More than 30 Orlando area rescuers sent to Texas. Multiple Central Florida counties are experiencing 911 outages. Oh, get your money ready. The Firefest brand is being auctioned. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, back with Deb's news, and we'll get the hell out of here on a Tuesday.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
A few showers and thunderstorms are on the table for our Tuesday evening, a more typical pattern for this time of the year. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. An evening where you may have to grab the umbrella briefly or switch the windshield wipers on for a time, but nothing terribly widespread. It's all thanks to the sea breeze collision. Tonight we'll see any showers and thunderstorms fizzle out. We'll have temperatures back into the middle 70s for the most part, fairly seasonable for this time of the year. And then our hump day features more of the same. Scatter showers and thunderstorms developing later in the day. Dry to start, no issues for the morning commute, but even the evening commute might be a little drier. We'll have to watch that sea breeze boundary a little later in the evening for more of those showers and thunderstorms to spark up. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Guys, check this out. Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. Look, man, Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment. You see these landscape trailers driving around. What do you see hanging on that? It's Steel. These guys are the best, and now they're offering that very same integrity in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to pro, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for you and your landscaping needs. Not to mention, how about 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers? And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment every single day. It's Steel's zero-turn mowers, now available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local, helpful place.
Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Join the iHeart Orlando Street Team for a special 7-Eleven Day complimentary sampling of Eye Candy Energy Drink this Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the 7-Eleven 12381 West Colonial Drive in Winter Garden.
Eye Candy Energy Drink.
That'll be 30 even.
That's 90 points! Sorry, that was a lot. Now that I'm getting 3 times the points on food and fuel with the Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card, I get a little too hyped sometimes.
Cool. Would you like your receipt?
In the bag! Sorry. In the bag, please.
Learn more about the everyday, everywhere Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Are you tired of watching your electric bill rise every month? Take control of your energy with Sunwave Energy. Imagine paying less every month while protecting yourself against future rate increases. Call Sunwave Energy now. 407-634-5000. That's 407-634-5000.
Commercial contractors. If you're looking to build for the future with the best business management platform, you're looking for ServiceTitan. With over 200 commercial-specific features and 70-plus integrations, commercial contractors using ServiceTitan typically see a 16% higher annual growth in revenue and a 21% higher renewal rate. When you're looking to build your legacy on a strong foundation, look to ServiceTitan. Learn more at servicetitan.com/commercial. That's servicetitan.com/commercial. Results are not guaranteed and may vary.
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
This summer, it's all in at Daytona Beach Racing and Card Club. The 100K Almighty Stack runs July 9th through 13th. Buy in for $300 and play for your share of $100,000 guaranteed. Don't miss the action. Ready for some midweek fun? Join us Wednesday, July 16th at Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Clubs for $1,000 high hand payouts every 20 minutes. That's right, 3K power hours from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Only at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker.
Mickey and his pals are celebrating the memories we create together. Experience your favorite Disney and Pixar stories from Frozen, Moana 2, Zootopia, Inside Out 2, and more. Make new memories with your family now at Disney on Ice. Coming soon from August 29th through 31st at Kia Center.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year.
I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
When disaster strikes, trust Paul Davis Restoration. Look, emergencies can happen anytime, leaving your property in disarray without warning. Whether it's a fire, flood, mold, or storm damage, the remediation and restoration experts at Paul Davis are here to help. With 24/7 emergency service availability and a 30-minute response window, we can confidently bring fast, practical solutions to residential and commercial property owners. If your home or business has been damaged by fire, water, or storm, call Paul Davis Restoration, here to help 24/7, 407-629-6700 or orlando.pauldavis.com.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Hey, boys and girls. Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So look ahead we shall and see what's on Real Radio tomorrow with the Monsters in the Morning. We're talking a Wednesday edition. So our buddy Ray Trenley will be stopping by. Plus, you'll get to hear all about today's meeting and what the big change on the Monsters will be. That happens tomorrow on Real Radio. And don't forget to look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
The big story is Russ and I agreed on everything.
Yeah, you did.
Like legit agreed on everything for the first time in 28 years.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Almost.
Is it just me, or is T-Bag starting to sound like he's running out of steam? I think the Villages is getting the best of him.
Oh, yeah. I thought that same thing,
Hang in there, buddy.
I was like, the Villages have already toned that dude down. Ain't no yelling out there. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Don't forget, you are invited to the culinary event of the summer, Taste Central Florida, this weekend, July 12th, at the Orlando World Center Marriott. I'll be there with 75 of Central Florida's top chefs, restaurant, and beverage experts for an unforgettable evening of signature bites. This is one of the premier tasting events all year long, and of course, 100% of these proceeds going to the Second Harvest Food Bank and Coalition of the Homeless. So join us. Tickets on sale right now. TasteCFL.org. That's TasteCFL.org. And a big thanks to George's Wine Bar, who brought us some really cool stuff today. BLTs, meatball subs, and chicken sandwiches. They'll be out there with wine and food as well. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
He is.
So is Ross.
Yo.
Let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
An urban search and rescue task force from Central Florida is deploying a full team to assist with recovery efforts in Central Texas. Seminole County Assistant Fire Chief Todd Zellers is leading the team from Task Force 4. He says it includes search dogs and structure specialists who can enter collapsed buildings.
Once we get the water rescue guys out there, the collapse techs will go in and start with the delayering of any of the debris that is up there searching for victims.
Now, the 35-member team is composed of firefighters from Seminole County, Orange County, Orlando, and civilian specialists. Unfortunately, the death toll statewide now sits at least 109 people, which
Damn.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott says is more than Hurricane Harvey. It gets worse because search and rescue crews are still hunting for 161 people.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Reported missing.
Unbelievable.
And
Goodness gracious.
They say more people could even be added to that list.
Wow.
All right, closer to home, several Central Florida law enforcement agencies have reported problems with their 911 and non-emergency lines. We had talked about in the beginning when this first kicked off at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. That was Lake and Marion counties, but now include Osceola counties, as well as the cities of Leesburg and Ocala. Reports of outages started cropping up at around 2 this afternoon, and authorities say texting 911 is an alternative way to connect with emergency services. And then finally, the infamous Firefest brand is now up for auction on eBay.
Oh, man.
Creator Billy McFarland said on Monday that a 7-figure deal to sell the brand fell through. Shocker.
He's 7 figures.
He's selling it on eBay.
Oh, man.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Well, you can buy Firefest and a couch if you like.
Leading him to go through with the auction, McFarland pleaded guilty to wire fraud charges related to the first Fire Festival in 2018. A second planned attempt at holding the festival in Mexico was indefinitely postponed back in April.
Forget Fire Festival. This is Billy McFarland. We need to watch him forever.
Forever.
What is this guy up to? Because he's out of his mind.
So as of this afternoon, bidding had reached
40 cents.
I'll go $1,000.
$22,000.
How about $50,400?
Yeah, right.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
I don't know what you do with it once you get it. I don't get it.
You just can't pay for that type of infamy.
Yeah, you're right. You can't. Deb, who do we have to thank today, young lady?
We want to thank first and foremost Attorney Mo DeWitt from DeWitt Law. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Also want to thank Brother Matt for his article on Hawaii for What'd You Do That's New.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
Also want to thank Scott Brown with Edgewater Family Wealth. If you missed What'd You Do That's New or It's Only Money, both of the podcasts have been posted at the Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Yes, thank you guys. We appreciate that very, very much. Every single day, they take good care of us. Jack, question of the day.
In our YouTube chat, do you think Jim could use a probiotic for a good blowout? 99% say yes.
The most accurate polling in the entire country. 100%. Stand up, big dog.
Not this weekend. I'll be at the Orlando City game. But next week, 10 best sketches. The best sketches in the last 2 years. 10 sketches, 80 minutes long. SAT Comedy Lab, July 17th. That's Thursday at 7 p.m. Jack, I just realized I never told you I can't make the show that day. I'm so sorry.
You son of a bitch.
Live on air.
And by the way, with your writing partner and one of the funniest, naturally funniest people I've ever met in my life, Joel Warren, is brilliant. And you guys are an absolute duo to stop all duos. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen these sketches,
we have a chance.
I cannot give you a bigger endorsement for what you guys are doing. Go see this show. I'm telling you, go see it. It is so good, so entertaining, and so different and new. It's just a fun-ass time. So go check them out.
If you think that you're like, man, I don't want to see that. That guy's not funny. Well, this would be the time to tell me because I am trying incredibly hard to do it to be funny. Thursday, July 17th.
All right, very nice. Tomorrow coming up, we have Animal House and Scott Maxwell, who is in for Animal House.
We're going to have Debbie Helsel from the Back to Nature Wildlife Refuge talking about their grand reopening.
Very nice. I know we have some other people to tell you about for Taste Central Florida as well.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great. We're eating again.
Plus great prizes. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Don't forget also, go to the iHeartRadio app and make it your very first preset. And be sure to like and follow on YouTube and all of our socials.
Absolutely. Oh, Walt Disney World tickets in tomorrow's
That's right.
Nice.
So good.
I peaked.
So good. All right, on behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Give me a freaking break.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show.